welcome back. It's been a while since I heard your voice.
Yeah.
Welcome. I'm sorry. Hey, y'all.
Hey, welcome to another episode of Melanated. Thought we talk about things that affect the black community. I am Mr. Radio.
And I am Mrs. Mimi the Lady Parker.
And what a lovely lady she is, folks.
Wow.
Yeah, buddy. I know it's been a while, y'all, but a lot has happened.
Life.
Exactly. It's pretty much it. That's it in a nutshell.
Point.com, period.
That's it, man. I mean, life has happened. I mean, we go through some things and we get sidetracked. That's pretty much what happened. I'm not going to make no excuses. We got sidetracked.
Well, one thing, we celebrate your birthday.
Right. Exactly.
And then we also celebrate our 6 months wedding anniversary.
Yeah, and I'm still alive,
I've
y'all.
been with him 6 long months.
Oh, damn.
It was good, though. It's been good, though. It's
You
been
gotta
good,
say it
though.
like that, man. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still alive, y'all. So
Right.
she ain't killed me yet.
It's a long time to deal with all of this.
Oh, come on.
All of this.
Oh, come on. I know she ain't talking.
Yeah.
One of the most difficult people I know, and she's talking.
I gotta
buddy.
make you stand 10 toes to the ground. How they saying?
10 toes down.
Right.
Nothing wrong with that.
Gotta
I'm cool.
be like that with me, honey.
I'm cool. Well, on a good note, this show has a very special title. It's called Black Talk. Mm-hmm. And basically what we're going to talk about a little bit of everything here. Because the last time that I put this up, the main focus was to talk about communication between the black man and the black woman. Mm-hmm. And we're going to talk about that as well. Mm-hmm. We're also going to talk about a whole bunch of other stuff.
Death in the news.
Oh, my God. We got a lot of stuff, don't we?
It's a lot. Well, we just picked out a couple, though, to keep the show flowing. But
Buddy.
It's a lot.
Yeah, buddy. Okay, let's get the music started. My wife named this one, y'all. What'd you name it, baby?
Oh, yeah. This is Sweet Morning Dew. Oh, it's so nice.
Yeah.
Easy breezy. Sitting out on your patio.
Yeah, man. Got
Drinking
a
a
little...
glass of wine. Or just thanking God for another day. Whatever floats your boat.
Exactly, man. Sipping on that yak.
Ain't none of that. I'm a F-R-E-N fuck nigga. You know, none of that. Something real easy. But shout out to her. She won an award. Good luck, girl. But yeah, this is real nice group. I like this.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, man. This is...
Make you smile just listen to it. Can you see the smile in my voice?
Yeah, I can see it on your face, but that's...
Well, you
I'm
can
looking
see
right
my
at
face.
you. Yeah, I can see you.
Wait, close your eyes and then
Well-
tell me you can see the smile in my
Well, I
face.
can honestly tell you guys, man, that when I did this track, I was sitting across from my wife. She was doing, I don't know what she was doing. I think she was paying bills or something. I don't know. But I was sitting across from my wife, and I'm just looking at this woman like, oh, man. Okay, I know what I'm going to do now. Because I was kind of in the writer's block. She's kind of like my muse. And so when I did this track, I did it with the wife in mind. And I did it with the wife in mind, man. So, you know, this is, I guess, for lack of a better term, dedicated to her.
Thank you, darling.
Not a problem, sweet thing. Hold on, I got to start recording this thing. What am I doing? There we go. Now, anyway, we have some good stuff to talk about. And again, we're going to talk about, you know, well, like I said, we're going to talk about some black talk. Black talk, again, it's like I said, we're going to talk about communication between the black man and the black woman. I think that's very important. What do you think, babe? As
Absolutely.
you being a married woman,
Absolutely.
definitely.
Number one to me. Well, yeah, communication. Well, God first.
Oh yeah,
And then communication.
yes.
Is
That's key.
major. It's a major key to a relationship.
That's key to any relationship.
Because I
would
don't think nobody but Dion. I don't even think Dion Ward thinks she's Dion Ward. So can't nobody read nobody's minds. A lot of people out here who think they can.
Exactly.
But you cannot. You think you know someone and you still don't. I've been with him almost 5 years. And it's still like,
It's a new thing, man. I mean, because I can honestly tell you guys, man, with me, I can honestly tell you that I've learned a lot about this woman in the 5 years we've been together. I can tell you that right now, man. Yeah, it's a learning experience. I mean, you never really get to know all there is to know about a person. I will argue that point with anybody.
Well, now we were going to counseling. We went to marriage counseling before we got married.
Definitely.
And that was one of the oldest couples that's in our church. And that's what Brother Tucker was saying. He said even to this day, and even his wife was like, amen, he still find out things about his wife that he be like, wow.
Right, exactly.
And they've been married over, I think it was 46 years.
Yeah, they've married a long time, man.
A while. So
they've been married longer than most people have been alive.
You don't know them. I mean, it could be a good way or a bad way, but you'll never know someone fully.
Exactly.
Because their thoughts change.
Yeah.
Personality change. Characteristics definitely change.
Yes, I agree.
So, but it's all good, though.
She still likes it when I grab that booty, though.
You're so crazy.
But anyway, I'm not gonna lie, man. This almost 7 months now. This almost 7 months, excuse me, that we've been married, man, and almost 5 years we've been together. I honestly haven't been happier. I'm just being real with
you
everybody
still get
out
butterflies.
There. Hell yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah, why I think I like kissing you so much. Think about it. So but anyway, that's a given, man. That's the way it should be, in my personal opinion.
Absolutely.
Because that person doesn't give you that ooh-wee feeling whenever you walk into the room and you look at that person.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Physical, fine. Big old booty, big old tatas, fine. But at the end of the day, if you can't hold a conversation with that person, or this person can't help you when the H hit, well, not the H, but the S hit the fan.
Right.
What's there to do?
What's the point? What's the point? I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that. You gotta have that person's gonna have your back.
We're not no killers, but we Bonnie and Clyde, though.
Oh, no doubt about it. That's my ride or die right there, man.
We Ruth and Boaz.
Come on now. Ruth and Boaz. Yeah, sure. Yeah, we talked about that in church today.
We Archie and Edith, and I'm Archie. Right?
Hey, man.
Yeah, he hate when I call him by his government.
I do, man. I hate that with a passion. But
yeah, I think I have a lot of friends who's looking for that in it, and I just continue to bless them all, and it's nothing like I'm telling you, it's a good. That's feeling.
All you can. That's all you can do, man. Is keep them blessed, man. Because if you can keep them thinking positive about everything, then it's going to happen. It might not happen when you want it to happen, but it will happen. That's the one thing people have to understand. That's what I tell people about that.
The good, the bad, the ugly. It's all this how it ends at the end of the day.
That's it.
Everything ain't peaches and cream. You're going to have some thorns and some what's the other
stuff? You're going to have some
cuckabuds.
Oh, no doubt about it. You're going to have some issues.
But you got to get through it, though.
You're going to have some issues. That's a given. I mean, that's any marriage. I have yet to see a quote unquote perfect marriage.
Right.
If you show me a couple that says they have the perfect marriage, they've never had a disagreement, I'll show you a couple of liars.
They putting on.
Yeah.
Putting on for the gram.
Because we've had some disagreements.
Yeah, so I said, do the good, the bad, the ugly.
It is what it is. I mean,
at the end of the day, if you can't come back together, what is it all for?
Really though, that's what it's all about. And that's pretty much what we're going to talk about today. Is black talk communication between a black man and a black woman. But anyway, enough of the monologue, baby. How was your 3 weeks?
Same old. Like I said, celebrate your birthday.
Thank you.
Celebrate our 6-month wedding anniversary.
Yes, indeed.
And then the rest of it all went to work.
Yeah.
Praise God. Thank you, Jesus. I'm proud. But yeah.
I feel you.
Yeah. But the weather's getting cool. I'm like that because I love, even though I'm a cold nature, now that I'm getting older, I love cold weather.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to be getting kind of cool. So I'm looking forward to that.
I think everybody is. Because these summers have been atrocious.
It's been brutal.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to say I know because I didn't.
She didn't really go outside that much.
I didn't indulge in it.
No, she didn't. I'm being honest with y'all, man. She was pretty much a homebody for the most part. She was a homebody for the most part, man. I mean, that's just how she was. I mean, That's it.
Usually, I probably will come in from church on Sunday, and I probably won't leave the house until Saturday.
Yeah, she would.
That's exactly it'll be the next Sunday.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it.
Unless I had something to do during the middle of the week, but no.
Right.
Well, yeah. How are you, darling?
Oh man, I've been good, getting acclimated to the new job, and I love the fact that I'm only 10-15 minutes away. Oh man, I love that. That is so cool. That's pretty much it in a nutshell, man. I mean, I will say this though. The Melanated Thought podcast is now on Spreaker. So, big up to that.
Spreaker, what's that?
Spreaker is a podcasting platform.
Okay.
And hopefully if we get enough of an audience, we can get a little cheddar cheese on it.
Yeah.
So, And, a friend of mine at work, well, a co-worker at work, I should say, suggested it to me because he has a podcast. He talks about hunting and fishing.
Oh, okay.
And so he has his podcast out there on Spreaker, and he told me about it. I told him how much is the month. He told him what the prices were, and I said, okay, it's not too bad. I can, $10 a month. That's, I spend more than that on Netflix.
Well, shout out to Spreaker.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah, hopefully this will do us pretty good. So I'm recording on them as well tonight.
Okay.
So there's a live broadcast. So hopefully, we'll get a big enough audience to, gain a little something. Even if we don't, this is something that we just like to do.
Yeah.
But,
true labor of love.
There you go, true labor of love, man. But anyway.
Because I like for people to hear my thoughts.
Oh yeah, I love to hear her thoughts, man, to be honest with you. No doubt about it, man. So I guess we can get to the books.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, buddy. Books to read. Every black person should read these once in their lifetime. And I have 3. 2 of which are written by the same author. And this lady, really, to be honest with you, the author I'm talking about, she really, to me, needs no introduction. This sister has written some really, really definitive books when it comes to black men and black women either getting to know each other or communicating in general. Now, a lot of people might not agree with some of the things that she says, but let me tell you something. When this lady breaks it down, she breaks it down, man. It's not no joke. You feel me? So, first book is The Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman by Sister Shahrazad Ali. You heard of her. Oh yeah. I have read this book right here, The Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman, and it really was informative because not only is it written by a black woman who knows how to communicate with a black woman better than the black woman does. Think about that.
Well, I know when she first wrote this book, I think she either went on Phil Donahue,
I remember that.
I remember that. And she got,
she got raw, didn't she?
I was like, oh my. But then she got a lot of backlash from black women.
Yeah.
As far as saying, I'm not finna be his slave. And I don't think she was insinuating that we had to be a black slave.
She wasn't.
But she did reiterate several times, he goes through enough already just being a black man. Let's just start there.
Right.
And we might need to just, guide him along. Like her book, guide him along and be his backbone and help him out. And if he can't count on nobody else, he should be able to count on you.
Exactly. Yeah. And there was no lie in anything you said right there. No lie in that. So, and then she wrote another book, The Black Woman's Guide to Understanding the Black Man. This was the first one she wrote. Right here.
So she did the woman first. No, she did the man first.
She did this first.
She came back, and then she got the flack from the women.
Right.
And then she wrote the Black Woman's Guide. Yeah.
Right. This is the first one. Yeah, the first one, The Black Woman's Guide to Understanding the Black Man. I read this one too.
And what did you ascertain from it, sir?
She's told a lot of truth in it. I mean, that's just my personal opinion, and she's absolutely right on one point. There's a lot of black men, and she does say this in her book. She says in the book, there are some black men out there that are not good leaders. It'll change in a minute.
Amen.
There are some black men out there that are not good leaders. But I mean, and she also talks about if you have a son. You can't teach that boy how to be a man.
Amen.
Only a man can do that.
We got a story about that today.
Yeah, precisely. So
I know my grandma used to say, "Oh, he can't lead me to the front porch."
Exactly.
That's
exactly.
not too far.
Exactly. That's my whole
not
point.
Too far.
And that's kind of what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
You can't be a leader if you don't know how to lead. And the last book that I have is a book that I have talked about before on the show. It's called Message to the Black Man. Now, the reason why I said this book right here in this particular podcast is because of the fact that Elijah Muhammad tells the brothers and the sisters in this book right here, brother, we need the sisters. Sisters, you need the brothers.
Amen.
Plain and simple. That's all it is to it.
Yeah.
Now, if you got a sister that's if you with the sister, man, lead that sister on a righteous path. Don't lead her down a crooked path. In other words, don't be the dope boy down the street and you leave the house and your rivals come up and shoot up your house and kill your wife and your child.
Right.
He's saying being a righteous leader.
Protect at all costs.
Protect your woman. Then that's the one thing he reiterates in this book. Protect your woman and your family.
Mm-hmm.
That's what a man's supposed to do. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I put this book out here, man, because of that fact right there. Because a lot of people might not agree with what Elijah Muhammad is saying, but if you actually read this book, you'll see where it's coming from.
Right.
And that's all I got to say about that. But anyway, those are the books that I got. And here comes my favorite part of the show. Bold words from a black woman. Ooh. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. My wife came up with this, and that's why I like it so much. But
I did, and I think I've lost mine.
Did you lose it?
Did you bring it up yet?
Hold on, I'll bring a picture up. I'll go ahead and put it up. Okay.
Oh my God.
Did you lose it?
I think I did. Well, hold on.
Well, go ahead and look something up.
Yeah, let me try it again. Oh God, no. Well, it was Mara. Everybody know her. You got her picture?
Oh, Gina Price Blackwood?
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Well, Gina
Here it
Prince.
is, I got it.
Gina Prince Blackwood.
Gina Prince Blackwood.
I got it. It's popping
up.
That's
by the way. Mm-hmm. Everybody know her. She's a famous, brilliant director, author, movie producer, show producer. Mm-hmm. But this is one quote that I can relate to that kind of relates to the show in my mind.
Yeah.
It says, even if someone doesn't look like you or you don't know people like them in your life, in your real life, you get to know them and you get to see their humanity and you get to empathize with them. Our hope is that through empathy that can spark change. Mm-hmm. We can help people start talking to each other. Right. And our show, Melanated Thoughts,
come on now,
becomes a conversation we all will need to start talking to each other, not at each other.
Oh.
See how that ties with the show?
Man.
Right.
That's dope
so
right there.
That was when I read that, like, oh, good
that
word.
Is dope
That's a
right
word,
there.
Sister Gina. Thank you.
That really is, man. That's dope right there.
It's heavy.
That's real heavy, man.
Because you'll be surprised how many people think they're having a conversation, but they're really not.
Well, see, that's a problem, and we'll get into this later on in the show. Mm-hmm. There's a difference between talking to someone and talking at someone.
Through them.
Or talking through them. Mm-hmm. Right. There's a difference between those three things. And that's
the whole time they saying, you know what I'm saying? You heard me? No.
I hear you, but I'm not listening.
No, I don't.
I hear you just fine, but I'm not listening to you. That's a difference. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, but there is a difference, and we'll get into that. The difference between talking at someone and talking to someone, talking through someone. Definitely.
And like we've mentioned on several podcasts before, if you ever missed any, please go back out to YouTube and catch them.
There you go.
Humanity and empathy don't cost a thing.
No.
Don't cost one penny.
It sure doesn't.
And a lot of people do not have it.
No, they don't, man.
Which is sad, especially in these days and times
that
we're living
with you
in
because
now.
We need some empathy out here, man. Especially with the way things are going right now.
Amen.
Man.
But I thought that was very profound.
It really is.
With
man.
our
That's
show,
deep.
plus with our topic for today.
No doubt about it, man. That's a deep stain.
So
right
thank
there.
you, Miss Gina Price, by the way. Keep up the good work with all the good shows. I am a fan.
Yeah, she is. All right, let's get to the current events. I know you got some doozies.
All right.
I know you got some doozies.
Well, we got a mixture, so I'm glad about that. And I want to start with this one because this is one that we've been speaking of for several times. Everybody know how I feel about what happened to Breonna Taylor.
Oh yeah.
So, a plea deal shows detectives in deadly Breonna Taylor raid falsified evidence for a warrant because of his gut belief.
WTF.
Right, and then attempted to find evidence to support his, well, it says his belief. I'm gonna say his gut belief. Damn. So, technically, he bombarded this young lady's place, shot it up, OK Corral style. She was caught in the crossfire, and now that baby is laid to rest. Kind of find out when they did a investigation of it, they wanted to ask him where did he get his information. He, meaning Detective Joshua Janus, said that he believed, quote unquote, Taylor's ex-boyfriend, who they were investigating, was delivering packages with drugs or drugs money to her home. No evidence ever showed that. He was going by, quote unquote, gut feeling, and now Miss Breonna Taylor is no longer with us.
Well,
yeah,
I hope that his gut rots from the inside out. I'm just being real. I mean, I don't wish no bad on nobody, but I don't wish no good for him at all. I wish no good on him whatsoever. I hope that everything he touches fails, and I hope that when he goes to court, that the hammer that the hammer of justice come down on him, just like Shango was hitting him with it. You know what I mean?
right.
So that's all I got to say about that.
And then now that everything has come to the night, he's trying to justify why he went in there, trying to justify why but he's not coming up with no good.
Of course he's not.
No good evidence. So
of course he's not, because he doesn't have any evidence.
Hopefully he'll be tried and convicted. Because this is pretty much a lie.
Yeah.
This is a lie.
Yeah.
So hopefully Sister Taylor will get the justice she needs, and her family, especially her family.
Oh yeah, exactly. I definitely hope that happens, man, because those people need some closure. Plain and simple.
So let's go with something a little funny.
Okay.
It's not funny, it's sad, but it's just like you can't do nothing. You can't go anywhere these days. A black woman harassed at a bar by Georgia hillbillies. This is not me saying it. This is in the news. For coming to a quote unquote white place. Damn. Another day, another racist rant. A black lady just wanted to stop into a bar, Georgia Hiram's Bar and Grill.
Right.
You know, just to relax after a hard day.
Yeah.
You know, get her a couple glasses of wine and unwind, let her hair down before she, got to go home.
Right.
These.
Go ahead and call them what they are.
Excuse me. The article called them hillbillies. Pretty much told her, what are you doing in here? To be specific, I'm going to say what they exactly said. What are you doing in a white place like this?
Uh-huh.
And he went on to say, I don't care. I am racist.
Oh, shit. At least he admitted it.
I really don't understand. Was it a sign like back in the day that says white only?
Right.
And maybe she just didn't see it. What constituted him to, first of all, walk up to her?
Yeah.
Say anything to her?
Right.
Okay, you made yourself known that you're a racist. Okay, that's fine, but why are you talking to me? I didn't see a sign. When I walked in this bar, the person that was behind the bar did not turn me away. So why are you speaking to me? That's all I got to say about
you know what? Let me say this real quick. I'm going to take it back to 1980. Idabel, Oklahoma. Young man was walking home from a party. He went through the parking lot of a known white bar in Idabel, Oklahoma. Some people that were in the bar were standing outside. They saw him walking through the parking lot. They accused him of breaking in people's cars, pretty much. No evidence of that whatsoever. He wasn't breaking in anybody's car, just walking through the parking lot. They killed that boy, hung his body on a fence. Now, I was in Southeast Oklahoma when that happened. Now, when we heard about that, that kind of like sent chills through the adults' spines. I was like 9 years old when it happened. But it still resonated. And only reason why he did that because he was a black man, a young black man at that, going through a parking lot. He wasn't bothering anybody. He wasn't doing anything to anybody. He was minding his own business. He was coming home from a party. And he walked in that parking lot and lost his life. So that happened in 1980. Here it is, 2022.
Yeah, and it's pretty sad. Like she said, once she got in there, you know, they let her walk in. I'm thinking if you didn't want her in there, you should have stopped at the door.
Right at the door. Exactly.
But then even the waitress was, you know, I guess she was trying to play possum in front of her little cohorts that probably was regulars at this bar.
Yeah.
And she treated her pretty bad too. It just seemed like they all were just in the Jim Crow era. Like they haven't evolved at all.
They haven't, man.
We there's a law passed, so we can legally go anywhere we want to.
Yep, exactly.
I mean, some of us probably would have not. You know, I don't think it's been anything out about this bar, but after this conversation, this young lady never gave the young lady name. She just started recording the conversation, or really the outrageousness of all the heated exchange between. It was some other white people there that was trying to defend her, but most of the people probably who come there all the time,
they kept their mouth shut.
This little messy little waitress, you know, was trying to defend her and everything. So they pretty much put her stuff in a to-go box and just told her, "You gone, you get on out of here.
Get on out of here now."
Yeah. So if you want to see it, it's a video out there. It's very
I saw the video.
Interesting.
I was going to put the video out there, and I said, "Nah, I better not do that." I should have went ahead and did it, but you know, it is what it is.
It just make you think we have evolved, but then again, I guess it's just some areas that has not.
Yeah,
which is sick.
I mean, you said it was in Georgia, correct?
Georgia.
Well, see, Georgia.
We got some on Georgia in a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, there's that. So
it just makes you wonder. I guess some people, they really didn't give their ages, but I guess it don't matter your age. Just some people have not evolved.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how old they are. Stupidity is stupidity. There is no age limit or age cap on stupidity.
Absolutely.
So you know, there's that.
Next story. A white man who killed an 8-year-old black boy while randomly shooting cars says he's the victim.
Hold on. What? So you was shooting at cars, but you're the victim.
But let me tell you why his reasoning.
Okay.
He said that he has been a victim. That he is a victim and had been trying to seek help for the past 2 years.
Okay.
So I read the article trying to get an understanding of what he meant by that.
Okay.
And this man said that he'd been doing stuff all along. This is not the first time that he did anything like this, because he was looking to get some help.
So
my thing is, why couldn't you put on your Buster Brown shoes and walk into a mental health facility?
That's what I think they take you
24/7.
Yeah, they are.
So you choose a gun to shoot at people. He said he's done a lot of misdemeanor things toward people with a weapon. He's pulled a machete on somebody. He's thrown beer cans at somebody. But now this time you done shot an innocent 8-year-old baby and he died. So, but now he's saying that he's innocent because he's been trying to get help.
WTF?
So you want some help. So the only way you can get some help is to go shoot the place up. Well, randomly shooting.
No, he was sitting on his point. He was just randomly shooting at cars.
Randomly shooting at cars. Not caring where the bullet goes. Just
Let me go get my gun. Maybe this will give me some help. Pow, pow.
Exactly. You see how stupid this sounds?
You'll get some help like that. Your booty going to be real raw every night. I don't know, but I'm just insinuating you gonna really get some help.
Oh yeah, Bubba and Ice Pick gonna help him out. Oh yeah, they're gonna help his ass
That's
out.
one thing I hear. I've never been to jail, God, thank you. But what I have heard from people who have been there, they don't play about the kids.
Oh Lord, no. I got cousins that have been in and out of prison, man. They tell you flat out, if you're a child molester, and they call or anybody, if you're a child molester or if you hurt a child, period, in any form or fashion, they gonna pass your ass around for a pack of cigarettes. Literally.
So good luck with that. I need some help.
No, you gonna get some help now.
Moving on.
Moving right along.
Quote unquote, this is my truck. Anti-racism expert is infuriated after husband is handcuffed, wrongfully accused of stealing his own vehicle. I didn't get this story at all. I tried to read this story.
So
I just
So let me get this straight. This man was arrested for stealing his own truck. How?
And his wife is an anti-racism expert.
So how can... I'm assuming the brother was black.
Oh, yes.
So...
Absolutely. His wife is an anti-racism expert. Yeah.
Now, for those of you who don't know, let me just say this real quick, babe, before you continue. For those of you who don't know, my wife drives a BMW. Sometimes I drive it. Now, I put myself in that position. I'm getting into this BMW. Will somebody stop me for getting into a BMW?
Perhaps. Especially because I got vanity plates.
Well, exactly.
What are you doing with her car?
Exactly.
Probably thinking you stole it. Because I'm not known for letting people drive, but now that he's my husband, I let him drive it sporadically.
Sporadically, very sporadically. I hate driving it anyway, but you know.
Excuse me, but yeah, then somebody might be saying, so what you doing? Yeah, you never know. Somebody might.
Yeah, somebody might get a wild hair up their ass and say, oh, he's stealing that car. No, I'm not. I'm married to the woman that owns it. But anyway, go ahead, babe.
Well, what the thing is, I'm just gonna put out there like it is. The white couple,
right,
had reported their car stolen a couple of years before.
Okay,
and it is a 1999 white Ford pickup, and so the black man Hirsch was using it for his. Well, he had one as well, and he was using it for his landscaping company. And so this couple was driving by. They were like, "Hey, that's my truck." The husband said, "Hey, that's my truck." And so they walked up to him, approached him, and everything, saying, "Hey, you stole my truck." They called the police. The police came out and everything. I don't know. I don't know how to, unless you're walking around with the VIN number. Only thing I have to do is just open up your door and give them the VIN number. I know some people who scrape things off, put a new one on, stuff like that. But if your car was stolen a couple of years earlier, you know they made more than one white pickup truck, right?
Yeah.
Unless yours had like a signature rims, like me, a vanity plate,
right,
something like that. Why are you even on this man's property?
Good question.
I don't know if that's entitlement. I don't know if these were two husband and wife Karens. I don't know.
A Karen
but for the police to come out either, I mean, they came out.
I believe that.
And he's trying to, explain himself to the police officer. And this when his wife, which is the anti-racism, what's her name? Anti-racism expert. They call her expert. So she got very irritated. So now she's thinking about suing.
Well, I'm not gonna say she doesn't have a case. I mean, really, let's just be honest here. I mean, because they just saw this black man going into a white truck, they just assumed that he stole that truck.
Yeah.
But you should make assumptions like that. If your truck was
stolen 2 to 3 years ago, it's at a chop shop.
Oh, that truck is gone.
In the
man.
words of who said that song? Took it to the chop shop. It's gone.
Come on, man. That truck is gone. That truck is in Mexico somewhere.
All the parts are sold and used somewhere else.
Thank you.
But I did like this quote that the wife did say, even though she has that esteemed position, she said, "Racism robs people of time and respect and dignity." I wholeheartedly agree with that. Again, after church, many of you guys know after church we go out for lunch and we have some interesting conversations.
Yeah. Yes, we do.
And that was one of the conversations I proposed to Mr. Reggio here. If some of the people back then could speak today, would they justify their actions?
That's a good question.
Would they be satisfied with the way they treated people, spit on people, bomb churches with 4 little girls in it, hung people?
That is a very good question.
Could they be really okay with what they did?
That's a very good question. Yeah. That's a very good question.
Even now, some of the Karens now who walk around here, are you secure with yourself you can walk into someone's property?
Right.
What are you doing here? You don't live here.
How do you know?
Exactly. So I don't know. We have any Karens out there? We're going to have to produce a number later on. If y'all can call in and let us know your mindset. Because I really want to know how you can walk up to somebody and just start accusing. You don't know these people from Adam.
Let me just say this real quick. And I've said this on the show on several occasions. And you heard me say this on several occasions. But one thing that's worse than a racist white man is what, babe?
A racist woman.
Woman. Thank you. Thank you. A racist white woman. And they are relentless when it comes to it.
Yeah, they tougher than the men sometimes.
Thank you. And a lot of times they are. They are, man. They will sit up there, call you all kinds of niggas and every damn thing else under the sun. They will call you everything but a child of God. and try to justify everything that they're doing by saying that they're the victim.
Right.
And guess who's gonna believe it?
And they will play victim in a heartbeat.
Oh man, yeah.
2.2 seconds.
Oh, in a heartbeat. I was watching this one video. Some black people were protesting something. I forgot what had happened. And this white lady came across this sister, and she was cussing the sister out, spitting on the sister and everything like that. And the sister was just holding the sign. And so where she messed up was she grabbed the sister's sign. And you already know what the sister did. She put them hands on.
I was she probably snatched that sign and started whooping her head with it.
Thank you. She tore that white woman up, and that white woman all of a sudden became the victim. Oh, you hit me. Yeah, you were the aggressor. She was defending herself.
What was it? You was in my space.
Thank you. You was in my space,
Don't
man.
step in my space. If you step in this space, you get what you get.
Thank you.
No,
exactly.
I don't condone violence, but if you big and bad like that, you should be able to handle the consequences.
I agree with you on that. My cousin Eddie Dean told me a long damn time ago, if you're going to pass a lick, be ready to take one.
And the church said amen.
Amen.
So I just hope if they do decide to take it to the courts, that it all play in their favor.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry if you guys keep hearing me coughing. It's the allergy season's changing the weather. I apologize.
Yep.
But moving on. I'm just going to read a couple of lines, but I want you to expound on this story. Right. This is right up your alley.
Okay.
DJ Academics calls out hip-hop pioneers for doing nothing. I'm going to say my part here. Let me clear my throat. For those of you who affiliate with me, you all know that I have a very bond love affair besides Mr. Parker here for LL Cool J. Me and LL Cool J have been in an imaginary love affair for many, many years. It started when I was a mere freshman in college, and I just wasn't really into the hip-hop scene, but I called myself trying to be a giddy girl. And I explored that avenue of music, and he was the first one that I fell in love with. And to this day, if he walk in this door right now, we getting divorced and going with him.
Now I got to kill that.
Yeah, now, hey, if he tell me I'm here for you, I'm like, all right, I'm out. But I really admire how he spoke to this young man. He never cussed him. When he cussed, but he didn't cuss at this man.
Right.
He pretty much schooled him.
Right.
And I loved it. I love every inch of it. But I'm gonna let you spark this up your avenue.
Well, for those of you who don't know about the DJ Academics thing, DJ Academics said that the old school rappers are dusty and broke. Mm-hmm. Okay, now you have to understand something. And LL brought up a pretty good point when he was talking to DJ Academics. He said you don't check Miles Davis's pockets. He said you don't check Elvis Presley's pockets. He said you don't check Jerry Lee Lewis's pockets. You don't check Jimi Hendrix's pockets. So when it comes to hip hop, why are you checking their pockets? I mean, because you have to understand something. Hip hop was started right there in the Bronx, New York, in 1973. Okay, now those guys that was doing hip hop, they wasn't thinking about making money. They were just having fun with it. Because that's pretty much what it was about: peace, love, unity, and having fun. That was the premise behind hip hop. And me personally, as a hip hop connoisseur myself, I'd stand behind those principles myself: peace, love, unity, having fun. Just because those guys that started hip hop aren't sitting on a big fat stack of paper, that's okay. That's just fine. They created something that your ass, DJ Academics, is profiting from. So they did it. They opened the door. It's up to you to go through it and go further than what they did. That's pretty much what those old schoolers did. And I applaud LL for saying that. So to Mr. James Todd Smith.
Yes.
So anyway, with that being said, Academics needs to take a seat, sit back and listen, and say thank you to every single old school hip hop's head that you come across.
Right.
My favorite MC, Big Daddy Kane, even said something profound. He said sometimes the best response is no response. So I'm not going to even address that, and that's exactly what he didn't do. He didn't address it because he felt that he didn't need to, because everybody else had already done it. But Kane was like, of the whole, and then somebody else asked Kane that very same question, and Kane said, that DJ Academics needs to sit back and do just like what I said, and thank all those old schoolers that came before him,
right.
and be happy that they even remotely did something like that, so he could get paid off of it.
Absolutely. You a DJ, and if you didn't have those records to spin, will you still be a DJ?
Exactly.
I mean, just think about what you're saying here, sir.
Exactly.
And leave LL alone.
Leave all of them alone, for that matter. I mean, come on, because you're talking about the old schoolers ain't sitting a whole bunch of whole stack of paper. Well, you got to understand something. Back then, they were just children back then. 15 to 16 years old.
I was looking at L the other day. He was on one of the talk shows, and he was saying he started writing his own rhymes when he was like 6 or 7 years old.
Right.
He did his first show when he was like 14, 16
right,
years
exactly.
old. Baby.
Right.
Just trying to get out there and show what his skills.
Right.
Not thinking long term. That's like me. I used to think, oh, this music right here ain't gonna last long at all.
Everybody said that.
And it's still here.
Everybody said
in
that.
2022.
It's the highest selling music genre in the world.
Absolutely.
I mean, think about this. When Grandmaster Flash first started DJing and cutting and scratching, he wasn't but 17 years old.
Wow.
Melly Mel, one of arguably the greatest rapper of all time, 16 years old.
Wow.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Cool Mo D, 17.
Young,
Grandmaster Cass,
young.
16. Come on.
And for him to state that, like, they didn't do nothing.
They did a lot.
Their music is timeless.
They created something from absolutely nothing.
Speaking from personal experience, every single time a Big Daddy Kane song come on in the car, he can spit it word for word.
Yes, I can.
Word for word.
Yep.
So their music is timeless.
Thank you.
What he ain't got nothing to say about the young cat? Oh, so is that why he's saying the reason why there is no profound music now is because of what they did? What they did wasn't profound?
No. Well, basically what he's saying was that Dusty ain't got no money. That's pretty much what he's saying. They don't have any money. Of course they didn't have any money.
Oh, because they not flossing with this big old chain like an ice cream cone around your neck?
Hello.
Shout out to Gucci Man. I like it, but sir, come on. Who the other one I saw the other day? Big old flip-flop. Diamond just blinking, but it's a flip-flop. Really? Wearing 8-9 chains at one time. Yeah, LL Cool J did have a dookie chain, but he had one.
He had one.
And it was gold.
Now, we'll say
not
this.
Diamonds.
Now, we'll say this. One of my top 5 MCs of all time, Slick Rick, he used to wear a shitload of chains.
Well, see, he's not from here.
No, he's not. He's from England.
So he didn't know.
Right, he's from England. He's from England, so you got to give him a pass.
He didn't know. He didn't know that wasn't necessary.
Right.
He just weighing his neck down.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you think about it, all them hip-hop heads, I don't know about nobody working at Starbucks and they still surviving.
I mean, it's old schoolers. I mean,
they made some money somewhere.
I mean, the very first MC, Coke LaRock, he's the first MC of hip-hop. The very first MC, Coke LaRock. He ain't hurting for nothing.
Right.
So...
I honestly think, I keep speaking to him because that's, I think if LL wouldn't produce another album, even though he just produced one, shout out, really good. I listened to it on YouTube. It's really good. If he didn't do another movie, didn't have another TV show, another any kind of deals that he have, he'll be just fine.
Oh yeah, he'll be just fine. So
he and his family.
Now we'll say
just fine.
Now we'll say what MC Shan said to DJ Academics, but they had to shut the show down because MC Shan went off. Have it? He went off. He went off, man. But then again, that's MC Shan.
Shan? Now who is Shine? Is that two different people?
Yeah, Shine is.
I know Shine is like a prime minister of some country now. Okay, so it's two different. Okay,
yeah, two different people. Yeah. MC Shan. For those of you that are really, really into old school hip hop, had beef with KRS-One for a while. They were going back.
I remember that when they did the verses.
Yeah. MC Shan, they were, when he did Queensbridge, KRS-One answered with South Bronx, and Bandits went back and forth, acting like that. But anyway, MC Shan let him have it.
Well, somebody needed to, because obviously he must have woke up on the side bed, on the wrong side of the bed, and something, because for him to, who would even think that? I would not have think that at all. If it wasn't for those pioneers, it wouldn't still be here today. Exactly.
Thank you.
You wouldn't have nothing to spin, DJ.
Exactly. DJ Academics with your whack DJ having that, with your whack DJing ass. No, I'm sorry, he's a whack DJ. I'm sorry.
All right now.
Yeah. But anyway, go ahead, baby.
Next story. Okay, now this one, y'all, I'm going to ask y'all in advance. Please don't laugh.
Uh-oh.
Supreme Court rejects appeal from Dylan Roof, who killed 9. The Supreme Court...
I didn't laugh.
The Supreme Court has rejected an appeal from Dylan Roof, who challenged his death sentence and conviction in the 2015 racist slayings of 9 members of a black South Carolina congregation. First of all, why are you even requesting an appeal?
Well, he's trying.
You did it, sir.
Well,
it wasn't your brother.
It
wasn't
here's the
howdy doody. It was you.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. He was trying to justify what he did because he said in his manifesto he was trying to incite a race war. He said that.
And who gave you that sentiment to go ahead with that? Did somebody write your letter be like, "Dear Mr. Roof,
we need you to
on behalf of who you are, we need you to be the first one to start a race war"? Really? I'm just gonna say this because this is how I'm feeling. This show is called Melanated Thought with Mimi, the lady.
Yes, indeed.
And Reggio.
Yes, indeed.
Mimi, the lady. These entitlement written all over this.
Come on now. So you can say what you want.
All over this. Because if that was a black, I'm gonna keep it 100, young man.
Yeah.
Flip the switch. He did the same thing as this boy did, except for his skin was a little bit darker.
Yep.
They would be like, "Boy, get your ass back in that jail and close the gate.
Yep.
Lock it yourself." Now, they wouldn't even entertain this.
Now, for those of you
they would not entertain it.
Now, for those of you who have been living under a rock, let me explain to you guys who Dylan Roof was. Dylan Roof went to this church in South Carolina. Was it South Carolina or North Carolina?
Mother Emanuel AME Church in Charleston, South Carolina.
Okay, in Charleston, South Carolina. Okay, I had to make sure I got my Carolina straight. He went
in 2015.
In 2015.
At the time, he was 28.
He
old enough to know better.
He went to this church on several occasions.
Visited like he was trying to come
like, and of course, black people being as friendly as we are, welcome him into the church. Didn't think anything of it. He sat in the back of this church and let them finish up their Bible study and their singing and all whatever they was going to do, and just wet the place up, just shot the place up.
Lit it up like 4th of July. Yes, sir. And you thinking you should get an appeal for that?
Now, here's the trippy part about the whole situation. He walked out fully armed. Police arrested him and treated him like a Vogue model.
Yep.
Took him to Burger King.
Right.
And even gave him a cigarette.
That's why I said entitlement is written all over this.
So
that black boy probably wouldn't even made it on the church step. All his blood would be spilled all on them church steps.
Oh, please. He wouldn't have made out the door. Exactly. They would have lit his ass up like a Christmas tree.
Yes, sir.
But anyway.
But yeah, y'all try not to laugh at that. Cause I know when I read this, I thought it was like this. I'm waiting for Ashton Kutcher to jump off the page of the what I was reading because this could not be whoever that who's ever even entertaining or advising this man. Yeah. He need his license revoked.
I agree with you.
Or maybe he just doing it because he needs a paycheck.
That's no telling why he did it, man. But
that's unbelievable. Well, you were still there when the police people got there. You were still fully armed.
Fully armed.
And you want to appeal. What part are you trying to appeal?
The death sentence.
Okay. Good luck with that.
Same thing I said.
Moving on. Oh. Giggle, ha ha.
Exactly.
Now here's another numbnut. Florida man pleads guilty in brutal attack on black shopper. Now this story has me bewildered. Because from my understanding, a Florida man went shopping, black man. This man followed this man out the store in the parking lot, him and another friend of his. Started laying them hands on the black man, and at the whole time hurling racial slurs at him. So you mean to tell me that the color of this man ain't never spoke to you? I don't even think they said hello to each other. You just saw this black man walking out of a dollar store, and you just commenced to whooping his head, you and your punk friend? So that man color, cause like I said, they didn't speak a word. So that man color and however many shopping bags he had in his hand infuriated you? Wow.
Let me say this real quick.
We got a long way to go, people.
Let me say this real quick. Now, this is how white supremacists think. What they do is they will take the easiest target and attack them. Okay, I say the easiest target.
But they lie about it too, though.
I agree with you on that.
So let me say this. He tried to do a plea deal. He tried to lie, first of all.
Of course he did.
Because he said the black man like pushed him or brushed him in the store. But of course they went back and looked at the surveillance and they didn't see none of that. You just want to whoop this man and, you know. You just want to start I don't know.
Well, here's the deal. It's just like when you're watching a nature show and you see lions. And what do? They attack the one person that's not paying attention in the herd, or the one animal, I should say. The one animal that's not paying attention in the herd, or they attack the young that can't really get away. That's how these white supremacist, extremist, terrorist, predators act. Just like lions. They see somebody that's not paying attention. They catch somebody slipping. And then all of a sudden, boom, they're going to attack this person for no reason whatsoever. If you think about this for a second, mostly what gets attacked are people that are A, not paying attention, B, women, C, children, or D, or old people.
Yeah.
Right. Those are the ones that usually get attacked. Okay, that's how they operate. And there's another book about that too. It's called The Iceman Inheritance by Michael Bradley. He talks about this very same thing. And the funny part about that is Michael Bradley's white.
Interesting.
So
that's just, I don't know. That's crazy. Because the one I read from, I can't see nothing more that you didn't like the way this man, or maybe you just want to lay hands on a black man. You probably, like I said, he must have thought he was a weaker black man.
That's what it was.
And yeah.
That's what it was. That's all it was.
So that makes you a punk.
Yeah, it makes you a little bitch.
Moving on.
There you go. Jackson
residents face high water bills amid water crisis.
Oh, I didn't mean that. I did not mean that. I'm sorry. Hit the wrong button. Hit the wrong button.
If you haven't known, Jackson, Mississippi has been having an ongoing water crisis for pretty much several years now.
Yeah.
But now it's really coming to head because they don't even have good drinking water.
They sure don't.
It's contaminated, ain't it? They gotta boil their water before they do anything. Take a bath, wash, eat, whatever. So now a lot of the residents are saying they're getting these humongous water bills. It was this one lady who said she got a bill for $6,000, and she said, I don't even understand it because I have to boil water for dishwashing, laundry, and sometimes watering my plants. Damn. Right. And there was another young lady who said she got a water bill with a balance of over $17,000. Now, we are in the process of looking for a home. God bless us, please. First of the year, thank God.
Yes.
And we live in a 2-bedroom apartment. You know, pretty nice apartment. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I be complaining when the bill is over $50. I said there is no way both of us is using $50 worth of water. I hardly wash, and he washed maybe once every other week.
Right.
I don't think what I would do if I got a bill for $6,000 and I can't even drink it. I have to boil it before I use it. That's crazy.
I have been watching this story for the longest. I mean, Jackson, Mississippi is, I think, 75 to 80% black.
It's majority black,
yeah. Just like Detroit, Flint, Michigan, they have a lot of water. They're still having water issues. You know.
Oh yeah. Flint. Flint been having for years.
Well, Flint's been having since the Obama administration.
Yeah, and they still have to get bottled water and boiled water.
And it's sad, man. I mean, what the heck is going on to the point to where these mostly black cities to where they have to like boil their water. I got a pretty good idea about what's going on. I'm not gonna put my 10-4 kufi on just yet. But I will say this though, man. I think it's kind of odd that it's mostly the black towns. You don't hear about that shit in the white towns.
No, girl, you can't go through off. This is off topic. You can roll through like a majority white neighborhood. One day you see a pothole, next day that pothole is filled up.
It's filled up.
Over in the hood,
Let me say this.
They don't come out and do it in the hood quick enough. Cause you even get to use. You get aware where it is. You know curve to the right. Here come a pothole.
Let me
it
say
takes
this.
them that long to correct it.
Let me say this.
Or fix it.
For those of you out there, you know, I can go ahead and say this because it ain't telling too much of our business. Every Friday we have Fish Fry Friday.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
Now the place that we go get our fish is in Oak Cliff.
Yeah.
Now, for those of you who don't know what Oak Cliff is, Oak Cliff is a majority black neighborhood.
Yeah.
I mean, it's slowly but surely being gentrified, but for the most part, it's still a black neighborhood.
Right.
And where we get the fish at is, like I said, nothing but brothers there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I can honestly tell you, as many times as I've been there to that particular fish joint, which has excellent fish, by the way.
Amen.
I'm gonna go ahead and say the name, J&S Catfish.
Shout out to
that's the
J&S.
joint.
Woo-hoo.
That's the joint. That's the joint.
Tell them Mimi sent you. They know me up there.
they probably do. She calls every week. But anyway, we go there every Friday to get our fish. Mm-hmm. And I can tell you right now, going down those streets, I know where the potholes are. And you're absolutely right. I duck and dodge the potholes whenever I'm going down the street.
Mm-hmm. Now try to go to Experience out there and Plano like that.
Oh, come on, man. The streets are just
smooth sailing. You come upon one around 7:15 a.m. Tuesday, 7:15 a.m. Wednesday. It won't be there.
More like 7:30 Tuesday.
It has been fixed, honey.
More like 7:30 Tuesday morning. This shit.
And the only thing that it probably won't be fixed is because it's probably raining outside.
There you go. Exactly.
They don't play that over there. That's sad that we're laughing about it, but it's true.
It's the truth, man.
It's true.
I mean, we make
but
a light of it.
I must admit, the city councilman, I'm not gonna say his name, encouraged water customers to dispute. But I don't even think he had to say that. Who you think is really gonna pay a $6,000 water bill?
Nobody.
And I have to boil my water. Good luck with getting that.
I know that's right.
Excuse me.
Go ahead.
But it's just crazy. Like you said, yeah, a lot of the black neighborhoods is catching it. And I don't even get it. I don't get it. Okay. Now this story.
She laughing.
And this we're in the midst of what they call it when you vote early voting. I guess I can say that.
No, early voting.
A GOP senator faces backlash after equating black people to criminals. Alabama GOP Senator Tommy Tuberville is under fire after suggesting that Democrats are soft on crime because they want to hold out reparations to the people who do the crime.
WTF?
Yeah. I was looking at a documentary the other day, and they said white people commit more crime than black people across the board.
Little
side note.
Say that again.
Right. They said white people commit more crimes than black people do. They don't care if it's in a good neighborhood, bad neighborhood, fluent neighborhood. More white people commit more crimes than black people do.
Now, let me ask you a question, babe. Mm-hmm. Haven't I been saying that for the longest?
You sure have.
Thank you.
You sure have.
Thank you.
So I don't even constitute or even understand what rock this man been living under. If you supposed to be in the Senate, don't y'all get reports and graphs and polls to show the worst crime areas and the crime rate?
I have always said this, and I continue to say this. Black people, foundational black Americans, make about 14% of the population of the United States.
Right.
But yet and still, we're 85 to 90% of the prison population. There's nothing wrong with that. That's not by accident. That's number one.
I just think this is his way of trying to put doubt in other senators' mind that reparations is not needed to be paid.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah,
that's pretty much it.
Trying to knock it down.
That's pretty much it.
Good luck with that, sir.
Yeah, bro. What else you got, babe?
Mm-hmm. This is let me go to another. I'm gonna end with this feel good story.
All right.
This your story. I want you to expound. I want everybody to hear what I've been hearing about this story.
Okay.
Quote unquote. I have done nothing wrong. Brett Favre denies any wrongdoing in Mississippi welfare fraud case, says he didn't know his 7-figure payout were for the poorest in the state.
What?
Just talk about them having massive water problems. Having massive water problem. But Brett Favre has tied his name to a lawn where they were trying to build a volleyball facility. And these people ain't even got good water. Yeah. But he said he trying to clear his name. If here's a video out here I'm talking about. Y'all go ahead and look. It's really fun. I love the way his accent is. But he said, I have been unjustly smeared in the media. I have done nothing wrong. And it is past time to set the record straight.
Let me say this about Brett Favre.
Let me give him kudos right quick.
Go ahead.
He did pay back $1 million of the money back.
Okay.
But they say he still need to pay the interest.
Okay, let me just say it's about.
I'm sorry, it's a volleyball wellness center. My bad.
Let me just say it's about Brett Favre. Now, this has been proven that Brett Favre committed welfare fraud. Now let's go back a little bit. Okay, let's go back a little bit. Colin Kaepernick. I love Colin Kaepernick. That brother. He was a cold ass quarterback. Am I lying? Now, this brother took a knee to protest police brutality against black people.
Didn't take no money.
Didn't take no money.
Didn't take no what they pay you when he didn't promote to get paid nothing.
Right.
Just took a knee.
That's all it is. It was a peaceful protest. No disrespect to the national anthem, as people try to make it out to be. No disrespect to the flag, which people make it out to be.
Exactly. People be throwing cans and giving a finger during that stuff. Come on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but he got blackballed from the NFL. Okay. Michael Vick, another cold ass quarterback. You know, his cousin was fighting dogs.
He just had some dogs, you know.
Yeah. His cousin was fighting dogs.
Right.
Michael Vick wasn't, but his cousin was.
Because he was, what they call it, when they put you in a situation, you know, you didn't do nothing.
Right. Yeah, I know something. Yeah. Okay, so, but yet and still, he got put in jail for that shit.
Right.
Brett Favre commits welfare fraud. Nobody bats an eye. God,
I wish you had that sound bite from Shannon Sharp. Baby, when I tell you Shannon Sharp let him have it.
Hell yeah. I heard that sound bite. Shout out to Shannon Sharp.
Amen.
Shout out to Shannon Sharp. I like Shannon.
Me too. I always like Shannon.
I like Shannon. Shannon, you know, especially when he goes skip.
Yep.
I love that skip.
Shannon's no joke. Y'all can say what y'all want to about, but he keeps it real on that show, huh?
You ain't lying. I like Shannon Sharp, man. Shannon Sharp, he saluted Colin Kaepernick. He supported Colin Kaepernick during the whole thing.
Absolutely.
And he said, I hope Colin Kaepernick gets a job in the NFL as long as he's able to play.
Right.
It hasn't happened yet, but hey, Shannon Sharp supported him, and I love Shannon Sharp for that. And me and Shannon Sharp got a lot in common, to be completely honest with you. I'll get into that on a later show. But anyway, Brett Favre is guilty of sin. And people know he's guilty of sin. But the reason that he don't think he's guilty is because he has that complexion with the connection for the protection. You see what I'm saying? And that's pretty much it in a nutshell. That's all I got to say about that. Yeah. You're guilty. Just go ahead and take your lumps, man. Plain and simple.
In the words of the late great, I don't know who said, cut the check.
Hey, bro. Cut that damn check. Cut that damn check, bro.
But it's so funny, though, because he said he didn't know. Like, I know a lot of these people just lend their famous names in their face and to different organizations. But this is one of his, they said this is his pharmaceutical company that, that took the loan. So it's like, maybe you need to stop signing your name and stuff and doing a little bit more research. You retired, so why can't you go to the office and see what's going on?
Oh, man.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Come on.
Okay, let's see what we got next. We got so much. It's so much goodness in these little.
Yeah, she got some goodies, man.
Well, now this is one too I wanted you to explain, because maybe I'm thinking wrong about it.
Okay.
Quote unquote, all we did is offer them money for a little piece of their skin. Philadelphia issues apology for experimenting on Holmesburg prisoners' bodies. Here's why victims can't sue. Now, from my understanding, this research company would go to the prison system, and they're trying to do research on different, drugs,
right,
experiments. and experiment on these guys by giving them syphilis. Kind of like it's like an old story in the back in the day. They did it with the black men.
The Tuskegee experiment. I get into that as well.
And so they said that these pharmaceutical people were like testing it with like viruses and fungus and asbestos and LSD. I'm like, ugh.
Well, see, here's the thing about that. You got a prisoner. Let me paint a picture real quick. You got a prisoner. He's facing, let's say, 30 years in prison. A pharmaceutical company comes up and says, hey, let us experience, sign this little waiver and we'll shave some time off your sentence.
Well, that's what they said. They said a lot of them was illiterate, awaiting prosecution, or attempting to save enough money to make bail.
Exactly, and that's what I'm getting at. And that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
What they'll do is they say, hey, we'll shave some time off your sentence if you sign this here waiver right quick. And they say, well, I'm facing 30 years, so if you shave some time off of that would help me out a great deal. They sign that waiver. And the second and another thing you have to understand is this right here. Once you become a prisoner and they sign and they give you that number, you're no longer, you don't belong to you anymore. You belong to the state.
Yeah.
And that state, and you are officially state property. Right. And once you become state property, they can do whatever the hell they want to do to you no matter what. And there's nothing you can do about it. Absolutely nothing. They could care less about you being a human being because you are a piece of property. That's what you are.
Wow. That's sad.
And that's sad, but they can't sue. Their families can't sue. So if they come back so they come out of prison and they got ears growing on their stomach, ain't nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, and plus, like I said at the end of that story, there's nothing that can be done about it. It's because statute of limitations ran out.
There you go.
Damn. That's sad.
Damn.
That's sad. Really, really sad.
I agree. That's sad, but that's the way it is. Your state property, there's nothing you can do about it.
Well, here's a story that happened here locally, which does Hooters manager violently beaten in viral video because some kids bum rushed the restaurant trying to sell candy and cookies without permission.
I heard about this story.
Plano, Texas.
I heard about this story.
They rushed in there with no shirts on, so we can tell the color of their skin.
Yeah, I saw the video. Did you see it?
I did.
Yeah,
it was some of y'all. I'm not gonna associate myself. I'm not gonna associate myself, even though I'm proud of myself. This is just one story. I'm gonna have to just
go ahead and finish up because I got a lot to say about this one.
I don't understand if you went in there and asked the man no, and they probably told them no. This is like a no solicitation facility,
right.
or something. Why did you take it upon yourself to come back in there to beat the man up?
Here's
These kids
the deal.
See, they have no respect.
And we talked about that on previous shows.
No fear, no respect.
And here's the thing with that. Now, shout out to Willie D because he made some really good points in this about this particular thing too. Now, for those of you who don't know who Willie D is, Willie D was part of the rap group the Ghetto Boys. I love the Ghetto Boys. And Willie D is from Houston, but he has ties here in the DFW
It's a
area.
Texas story, yeah.
Right. And so he made a really good point. He said, you were in Plano, Texas, one of the most racist cities in Texas. And he is absolutely right. I worked in Plano before, so I know it's racist.
Anybody in the car, you better tiptoe through.
You ain't lying.
You better tiptoe.
You ain't lying. But anyway, like I was saying, now it would be different if these young men, and I'm using the term loosely, if these young men had gotten permission from whoever was in charge of the restaurant.
The manager, said, Waldo Montano.
Right. If you would have asked him, hey, can we sell candy to some of your customers? And he will do one of two things. He'll either say yes or he'll say no.
Right.
They didn't get nobody's permission. No permission whatsoever. They just automatically took it upon themselves.
They just walked in, going up to different people's tables.
Yeah, going to different people's tables. No shirt on.
No. Well, now they had clothes on at first, but when he kicked them out, they came in with no shirt on. Like, that's going to make it better. Beep, people see your face, boy.
No decorum about them whatsoever. See, that's what I'm getting at right there. They have no discipline whatsoever. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and say this. I can pretty much guarantee you, most of them, if not all of them, have no father figure in the house. I can promise you that. Because a father figure will tell them flat out, look, use your head. Don't just go up in there and start acting buck wild because you don't get your way. Get permission first. There's a proper way to do things. Okay? So whatever happens to these people, to these young men, okay, it is what it is. It's a miracle they didn't get killed. I'm just being honest.
Well, from my understanding, they were with some adults, and when he kicked them out, the adults started arguing with him. So I wonder if he went back out there and told them, take y'all shirts and go in there and kick his ass. Because why was this?
Who was the adults? That's the question. I mean, I bet it was mamas. I bet it was their mamas.
They said 3 adults was started to began to argue with the restaurant manager.
I bet it was their mothers. I bet it was their mothers. You don't tell my son. No. He should have got permission first. That's the rules.
Yeah. When I heard this story, I'm just like, is this what we're doing now?
That's exactly it.
Is this what we doing now?
Now, here's another part to that. Now, I have bumped into quite a few young men that came up to me, sir, I'm selling cupcakes or a cake or whatever. If I got a few dollars in my pocket, I'll hook them up.
Yeah.
I don't mind doing that at all. I really don't. I don't mind doing that not one little bit. Because they're not inside the store, they're outside the store. Now, see, they were outside the store, okay, it is what it is. But they're inside the store, or whatever. I don't mind helping them out if they do it the right way.
Right.
So, yeah.
That's yeah, shout out to our youth.
Yeah.
Well, here's another one. And I'm going to let you expound on this one. A substitute teacher punished for saying black mothers raise their bitchiest boys in her class. A substitute teacher in Maryland has been removed from the classroom after taking to social media to send a harsh message to black mothers. What? Black women raising boys, please stop letting your sons pick up female traits. Ooh. I have the bitchiest boys in my class.
Ooh.
I know y'all have some men around somewhere. This shit is getting ridiculous.
Now, let me stop you right there. How many times have we said the very same thing on this very show?
I have said that several times. I've always said that a woman cannot raise a man. I don't care what or who she thinks she is.
Right.
And in this, I wouldn't have put in this context that this teacher has put it.
Right.
But I so hardly can understand.
I understand why she did it. Now, I'm kind of at odds about this situation because she didn't lie about none of that. But here's the funny part about that. She's a single mother herself and she has boys of her own. But I can pretty much guarantee you those boys have some kind of a role model inside their lives. Now, I'm going to use myself as an example. Now, I'm not going to put all this business out there because that's not for me to do. My stepfather was doing his thing. I'm just going to leave it at that. You know the story because you know me.
Right.
He was out doing his thing. Wasn't really inside the house. So my mother was basically a single mother. But I had those positive role models in my lifetime no matter what.
Right.
I had my martial arts instructors.
Right.
I had uncles. I had older cousins. I had my grandfather. So I had that positive influence. And she's absolutely right. There's got to be somebody, some positive male role model that you can have them talk to these boys and stop having them be so soft. I agree with her on that point. I wouldn't take it to social media. But
well,
I agree
she
with
did. In her defense, she said that 5th graders. Now, see, at first I thought these like 1st graders, 2nd graders, 3rd graders. Yeah, I know 5th graders, 10, 11 years old.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But she said, they try to talk to you crazy and then you get back with them. She said, I guess a lot of these kids haven't had a hood teacher. She called herself hood. And like if she talked back to them the same way they try to talk to her, they bust out crying. And that do make you wonder, like, when you talking all this big gang, why you crying?
Exactly. Because they're raised by women.
Yeah.
because they're raised by women.
Just drop some tears, and the mom be like, "Okay."
And no disrespect to women, because I got a lovely one right here.
Amen. Praise the Lord.
Exactly.
And you was raised by a beautiful woman as well.
Exactly. I was raised by a woman. Mm-hmm. So no disrespect to women, but women are ruled by their emotions. Mm-hmm. Women are very emotional, and that's part of the reason that's part of the reason why she was saying what she was saying, is that these boys are too damn emotional, because they're raised by women. Mm-hmm. And she has a point. She has a really good point.
You know, sometimes they mannerism and... Well, let's get to your friend.
Uh-oh.
Kanye.
Oh, damn.
Ye. Well, how you say his name? This brother... I don't know if he's doing this to keep his name relevant in the news, but within the last 2 weeks, the span of 14 days, this man had wore a shirt that says "White Lives Matter." Well, let's start over. He pretty much called out Black Lives Matter as a scam.
What?
Then he ended up wearing a t-shirt at a fashion show that says Black Lives Matter.
No, White Lives Matter.
White Lives Matter. Excuse me. And now he's talking about the Jews. He's sending anti-Semitic tweets.
WTF?
I don't... Again, me and my husband go out to lunch, or we have date night, and we have interesting conversation. I bet his mom is flipping in her grave. His mama, I don't speak on no one's mom, because I don't want nobody to ever speak on my parents.
Right.
But your mom was a educator.
Yep.
High level professor. And this is what you do on almost every other day. They say he got mental issues.
Here's the deal.
I forgot the one. Hanging out with Candace Owens.
Of all people.
When did that relationship get hooked? You know?
Of all people.
Let
me say this real quick about Mr. Kanye. Mm-hmm. Now, and we talked about this before. Mm-hmm. I liked college dropout Kanye. Mm-hmm. I like late registration Kanye. Mm-hmm. I like graduation Kanye. Those 3 albums were off the chain. Kanye was a musical genius.
Back then, he was our modern day J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar.
Exactly.
And yeah.
I liked George Bush Don't Care About Black People Kanye.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay? Mm-hmm. Now, let's speed up a few years. Mm-hmm. He get a little money in his pocket. Mm-hmm. He marries Kim Kardashian. Mm-hmm. Has a couple children with her. And now they're getting a divorce, from what I understand, which I don't really give 2 shits about that. That's neither here nor there. And now all of a sudden, White Lives Matter, which is just like saying if you stand out in the rain, you're gonna get wet. And now all of a sudden, George Floyd didn't die from getting choked. It was from fentanyl. That's what he said. That's what he said. That's the latest one. That's the latest one.
I hadn't heard
That's
that.
the latest one. That's the latest one. Okay. And now he's saying that Black Lives Matter was a scam.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just say this about... Let's go back to the Black Lives Matter incident. Mm-hmm. Black Lives Matter, the organization, he's absolutely right. That was a scam. They've been all over the news buying houses and all kinds of shit.
Well, let's reiterate, not Black Lives, the people who ran it at that time.
The organization, organization. That's what I'm saying. The organization.
Yeah. But the movement
itself,
right?
I'm behind that 100%.
Absolutely. But that's with everything, though. Sometimes you think about it.
Sometimes it is. Yeah, sometimes it is.
It was something that came out not too long ago, and I'm a big advocate. Me and my friends done walked.
Yeah.
Almost 10 miles in the breast cancer walk. So, and I've heard some things about them, but I still participate.
Right.
It's upon my heart and my mindset if I want to or not.
Right.
So that's up to you, but, you can't fault the people that get the cha-ching sign in their eyes to disparage the movement. I understand what you're saying. Yeah,
I agree with you on that. Again, the organization, no, I agree with you on that. That was a big money grab for them. But the movement, yes, I support that 100%.
Absolutely.
But that doesn't give you the right to say the whole thing was a scam.
No.
Now, right now, the Kanye we have now, we don't have late registration Kanye. We got slavery was a choice Kanye.
Going to sit up there in the White House wearing a MAGA hat, Kanye.
Yeah, we got make America great again, Kanye.
Right.
We got White Lives Matter, Kanye now. Okay, we got Candace Owens' best friend, Kanye now. So, I mean, and here's the thing about Kanye. And I like what LeVar Burton said about Kanye, man. He said he needs to talk to that brother. But Kanye's one of the kind of people, he said on several interviews, he does not read. He doesn't read books.
Yeah, he don't read.
He said he doesn't read books, which is kind of odd for me, being your mother was a college professor.
Exactly.
I don't understand that.
So how could you not read books and make some amazing albums 10 years ago?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't get that part.
Because supposedly he was a dope producer and lyrical writer, is how you say that word, before he even went to the mic.
Right.
So that documentary we seen on him, was that true? Did he have a ghostwriter? And he took claim of it?
Well, he did.
You don't go from writing prolific things like that to how you acting now, can you?
Well, see, here's the thing about it. See, one of his ghostwriters was a brother that went by the name of Rhymefest. Rhymefest, for those of you who don't know for those of you who are really into hip hop, if you know who Rhymefest is, you know that Rhymefest is known for destroying Eminem in a battle. Okay, so and Rhymefest can spit. I've heard him spit before. He's bad. He is dope as hell. So that was one of his ghostwriters to clear that part up.
So he did have so he pretty much probably didn't write all that goodness that he was producing or spitting on the mic.
Now the production is Kanye.
You think so?
The production is Kanye, but the rhymes no.
Now? I don't know.
But the rhymes no. The music yeah, but the rhymes no. Some of the rhymes are his. I take that back. Like Through the Wire, that's him.
Well, that's his personal story for what happened.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Right. That's him. That's him. Which I love that song. That's dope.
Me too.
You know. But anyway, back on Kanye. Now, here's the thing about Kanye. When things are going good for Kanye, when things are going bad for Kanye, he's George Bush on like black people Kanye. When things are going good for Kanye, he's slavery was a choice Kanye. Okay?
He's like the prodigal son. He come on home.
Precisely. Exactly. Whenever things are going shit for him. I mean, as much as I hate to say it, and I love Michael Jackson. He did the same thing.
Oh yeah. I love you. Hanging out the SUV. Boy, get back in there.
For real. You're just saying this shit now because your ass is in hot water.
You on your way to court now.
About, don't matter if you black or white.
Exactly.
You're right about that. It don't matter to nobody but you, Michael. But once you got that nigga wake up call, it was a different story. Back to Kanye. It's going to be the same thing with him. And now he's attacking the Jews, which is something that you don't do.
Baby, they'll shut you down from what I'm hearing.
And that's exactly what's going on because didn't J.P. Morgan Chase drop his ass?
Come get all your money out of here. We don't need one.
Exactly.
Now, who get kicked out of a bank?
Thank you. Who gets kicked out of a bank?
Because you know he got some change.
Oh, yeah. He's a billionaire.
They don't even want his money. Jews don't play, baby.
They sure don't. They don't give a damn how much money or fame you got. You still a nigga to them, bro.
Billionaire. They kicked a billionaire out of their bank.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's just how they are. But anyway, back to Kanye. Now, I think that Kanye needs to just sit down and shut up for a minute. I'm just being honest. What do you think?
Never gonna happen.
I know
as long
that.
as he still have an audience, never gonna happen.
I know that.
But like you said, when them kick him to the curb, he gonna come on back home, and it's gonna be just like Michael Jackson. Might be a little too late.
Yeah.
Might be a little, and I think everybody keeps saying he. That's one of the reasons. I know you don't like to do celebrity news, but that's one of the reasons Kim Kardashian gave for divorcing. She said she just couldn't deal with the mood swings, and especially when he said slavery was a choice and something else dumb for lack of better words
Yeah.
that he said. And she was like, you know what, you put a little stain on my family name, you got to go. And so after that she like, nah, she tried to help him take his meds.
Right.
And I guess when he's on his med, he do outlandish things.
Right.
So do you mean to tell me that he have a bunch of yes people around him that's not helping him stay on track? If you know you have to take medicine just to have a comfortable, controlled atmosphere,
I don't think
a mindset.
I'm just gonna be honest with you, baby. I don't think most of this medication. I don't think it has to do with medication. I don't think some of that have to do with medication. I think that's just the way he is. I mean, I'm sure some of it is.
This man grew up in Oklahoma.
He was born there.
Yeah, born in Oklahoma.
Grew up in Chicago.
Chicago, and he thinks slavery was a choice.
Chicago is founded by a black person. That's a black city, founded by a black person.
Then what do he think all them people migrating to Chicago? Where do you think they was coming from? We going north. Where?
Again,
why do you think they came north?
Again, that's where reading comes into play.
I don't believe that. His mom did not let him get that far with her. Maybe she did, but I hardly doubt that.
No,
I think he's using that as an excuse. Like I said, he could be laughing at all of us. He could just be plumb, just telling us, you know.
He could be. I'm not saying he isn't.
Because it seems like every time he do something outlandish like that, his sales go up with them ugly clothes he have.
Oh my God.
And them ugly shoes he have.
Man, you see them ugly ass boots look like bubble gum?
He even brought it down. You know what? Now that I'm saying, I think that could be true. Because he even brought his clothes down to the Gap. He didn't even put them on no display table. He just had them sitting in trash bags. And they said them clothes sold out within 5 hours.
I believe it.
No. If I want some shirts and clothes with holes in them, I got a pair of scissors in the drawer.
Thank you.
I cut my own hole. I don't even pay no $100,000 for no jeans that got holes in a hoodie that got I think he's just he's cha-chinging with all this matter. He just gonna go off the face of this earth and live off the fat of the land that he done call all this all this stupidity. This is stupid talk.
I agree with you on that.
It's stupid talk.
I agree with you.
I don't think this man believe this.
I agree with you.
Because like I said, even though Kim Kardashian's Armenian,
yeah,
your kid still black.
She's still white. I mean, Armenian, that's white. So
and your kids are still black.
Yeah.
I don't care how many curly hairs they have or what kind of light skin they have. They're still black.
Yep.
And if push come to shove, if something come, they might get treated wholeheartedly like a real black person.
Now correct me if I'm wrong, babe. Ain't you married to a curly haired, light skinned dude?
If something happened to you, they still gonna treat you like a they gonna treat you like a common black man.
Exactly my point.
They be like, we gonna give him a pad. You know, he got that pretty light skin with that curly hair.
That's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm getting at. That's exactly what I'm getting at. That's what I'm getting at right there.
No.
That's what I'm getting at. That's my whole point. That's why I said that. That's why I'm saying. That's why I said that.
Do you feel sorry for him?
No. I don't feel sorry for people like that, man, because like if you are conscious enough to sit up and say some of the things that you're saying and you know what you're saying, I'm sorry. People always say, well, I didn't mean to say that. Yeah, you did. You meant to say it as you would have said it.
Well, let me ask you this. Is he cooning?
No.
I call Candace a coon in a minute because like this last episode, she was talking about single mothers being narcissists. Now, you are a narcissist and you're a mother with a white husband. So I think you're better than us.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not a mother, but you know, she thinks she's better than single mother. Girl, get on the gravy train, going back
Is
home.
he cooning? Yes. He's definitely cooning.
Yeah.
That's a given. That's obvious. Yeah, he's definitely cooning. So.
But for what extent are you going to take it to?
That's a good question.
You know, because sometimes you're going to have to come back down from the planet that you're on and face the music. Because right now, you are getting talked about like crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Kanye West is hella talented. I get credit where credit is due. He, as far as a producer is concerned, he's one of my favorite producers.
Well, let me say this. Anybody who start calling themselves Jesus and think they better than Jesus.
Oh man, see that's where I draw the line. That's where I draw the line right there. Yeah. I mean, this man started his own religion, and people were actually following
Successful. Him. They say every Sunday you can't get in it. You
people
can't get in
were
the church. Yeah.
Exactly my point. That's what I'm getting at. People were actually following him.
Yep. Yep. So you know, I don't know. And let's move on to the next coon. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. My allergies draining my throat. Did anybody see the debate yesterday? On several other podcasts we did a couple of weeks ago, we advised everybody to please mark it on your calendars
And watch
to
this
watch
debate.
the debate.
And watch this debate, please.
Yesterday, Senator Raphael Warnock versus Herschel Walker in Georgia.
How bad was it, baby?
I'ma say, for lack of better words.
Okay, let me stop you right there. On a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest, how would you rank it?
It was a negative 150. To me, it was a shit show. For lack of better word, that's the first thing that came to my mind.
That's exactly what
it's a shit show.
That's exactly what she said.
Raphael, he's been in the political games for a while. He know his lane. He done been taught by the Democratic Party of how to tap dance around the question.
Right.
You think he answered, but in reality, he's not answering. He just said a lot of good stuff about it. And then Herschel Walker is the bully, poking. So Raphael had to feel like he had to defend that poking and not really answering the questions, which make every time they asked Herschel Walker a question, he answered them. He didn't tap dance. He straight answered them.
Let me say
But then they come out to me, it's like, let me get this out my heart.
I'm sorry.
I know I said on previous shows that Herschel Walker gonna lose.
Are you taking it back?
I think I'm like a fishing rod. I'm reeling it back in. When I tell you Herschel made this man look crazy yesterday.
I told you.
I was looking and listening. I wrote down some stuff from it, baby. Hold on, let me get my list.
Get your notes out.
First and foremost, when it first started, Herschel Walker gave honor to God.
Okay.
That's a plus in my book.
Okay.
He talked about his work ethic. I really don't know what he did, but you know.
Okay then.
He did say something I'm gonna have to double check. I got stars by. I'm gonna have to look in this. He said it's because the Democrats, they let men in women's sports.
No,
I'm not sure what he meant by that.
No, that's let me stop right there. Men playing women's sports wasn't started by the Democrats. You know, that was started by the Alphabet Brigade by saying that these transgender men or transgender women or whatever you want to call them, men dressing up as women and competing in women's sports, which in my personal opinion is just not cool at all.
No.
I disagree with that 100%. I mean, you know, if you are a man, I don't give a damn if you put on a halter top and a miniskirt. You're still a man.
And see, that's my thing. That's one thing I don't agree with.
That's not the Democrats' thing.
Yeah, that's not them because it's like a lot of them lied. They didn't come and say, "Well, you know, I'm transgender, but I still want to throw this ball," you know. Yeah. Or I want to swim. I think one was a swimmer.
One was a swimmer. One was a power lifter.
Yeah, the power lifter.
One of them was a shot put thrower.
Yeah, the little ball. That's why I said, I don't think they came and said, "Well, I want to participate on this side of the field." You know, so I don't agree with that what he said about that. So that's why I'm going to give him a notch on that one. But they did. They both came to the podium. Were at the podium, ready to represent Georgia in the Senate. No problem. The three topics they spoke on was the economy, threats to the democracy, and abortion.
Right.
Herschel got it. Herschel answered every question those two moderators asked him. I could be wrong. I kept looking at his ear when he was turning his head from side to side. I didn't see no earpiece. But when I told you they must have had him in a classroom studying like hell, he was studying, honey.
Well, here's the thing about debates. For those of you who don't know anything about debates, I used to be on a debate team, so I know a little bit about something. I know a little something about debates. Okay, whenever you do a debate, they give you a list of the questions that they're going to ask you, so you can do your research and study. So that way you can come up with a point and a counterpoint. You know, that's what they do. Okay, so they let them know what questions that they're going to ask them ahead of time, and once you get those questions and whatnot, you study, you do your research. That's when the research begins. Okay. And from me listening to Herschel Walker and watching that whole debate, I watched it from beginning to end. Right when I came home and my wife was out, I watched it from beginning to end.
Mm-hmm.
And I can honestly tell you, Herschel Walker was coached really, really, really well.
Very.
Really well.
Excuse me, let's say this. He reiterated more than one time that Donald Trump is his friend.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it.
So now it makes me wonder, whoever coached Donald
coached him.
Coached Herschel.
Probably so. I wouldn't doubt it because, like I said, he was. You could tell because he still can't talk worth a damn. He still mush mouth and he still says dumb shit.
Oh yeah.
But that's a given. That's Herschel Walker. My cousin was Brickhouse Brown. God bless the dead. He knew Herschel Walker. He hung out with Herschel Walker a few times when he was wrestling over there in Atlanta. So he knew Herschel Walker.
This man bust out and said, "Y'all know I got a mental illness."
Yeah, exactly.
Y'all know I got a mental illness.
Yeah,
so that's why I'm gonna support mental health.
Exactly. I mean, my cousin Brickhouse Brown said flat out, Herschel been dumb a long time.
Excuse me.
Which that's I kind of figured that. But my whole point is this right here: How lame do you have to be to lose to Herschel Walker in the debate?
That's why I kept saying this. Like on previous podcast, I kept saying, I know Senator Warnock, he gotta be just bewildered to think that he gonna lose to Herschel Walker. Well, after this debate, he kind of brought it on himself.
I agree.
You should have just stayed or stick to the issues. Don't let Herschel pretty much took him off his game.
I agree.
And he was poking and he felt like he had to defend himself. He should have did just the same way that Trump was trying to do Biden. He kept poking at Biden. He kept poking at Hillary.
Yeah.
But Biden didn't fall for it. Hillary did. I think that's one of the reasons why she lost. And plus, a lot of people didn't like her no way.
Right.
But Biden didn't let him. He said some stuff, but he didn't keep retorting back to him like Warnock was with Herschel.
Right.
But one thing they both said that I have a problem with too, this is the second thing. One of the moderators asked him about raising the minimum wage. It's $7.25. It's been there for 2009. We are in 2022. But they both said no. So I don't understand why they're saying no to that. But you kept reiterating that people need to have good work ethic and be rewarded with a livable wage.
Right.
Do you really think $7.25 is a livable wage when $7.20 can barely buy you eggs and bread now? Because you're not getting no milk.
$7.
Usually we get milk, eggs, and bread.
$7.25.
You're gonna get two of those.
I mean, $7.25 is not a livable wage.
Not at all.
It really isn't.
Not at all. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand that.
I have always been an opponent of an increased minimum wage. Mm-hmm. At least $12 an hour minimum.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds pretty fair. Wouldn't you say so?
Oh yeah.
I mean, so that way, if it goes up to like $10, $12 an hour, people can actually live. Mm-hmm. I mean, because let's just be honest, everybody don't want to go to college.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, they just barely got out of high school. Most people.
It's still some people who went to college that don't even make $10, $11 an hour.
That's kind of what, I was getting at that.
Yeah.
I was getting at that. So you got people out here that are pretty much unskilled labor. Mm-hmm. And you got people out here that do have college degrees, like you said, that's making less than $10, $12 an hour.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
But they doing what they have to do to support their families. So raising minimum wage will help that out a great deal. Wouldn't you agree?
Definitely. And it's another thing they mentioned, like my girl Stacey, shout out Stacey Abrams, she said some crazy stuff, but I still have a love affair for her. They both kind of said the same thing. Well, Warnock said he agreed with Stacey about increasing officers' pay.
Nah.
Oh, Herschel said, oh, no. They don't need that. So that was crazy. And then also Herschel was talking about Biden is going to get us sent to war with Putin because he's not a good leader.
Well, the thing about that is this right here. I think that Biden should just stay out of that. That's just my personal opinion.
Oh, yeah.
I agree. He should stay out of that. That has nothing to do with the United States of America.
Oh, yeah.
None whatsoever. I mean, granted, the Ukraine ain't even one of our allies. Come to think of it, they're not even in none of that. So,
but I do agree. Like I said, I'm reeling back my thoughts about Herschel, because like I said, that's to me, I think he had to be coached, because 2 or 3 months ago, this man wasn't talking like this.
That's why I say it was coached.
This man talking about, well, we had good air, and then our good air went to China, and then China got bad air. I was like, what? But then last night in that debate, this man seemed like he'd been in the political game for many, many years.
Like I say, he's been coached very well.
Yeah. So shout out to his team and whoever that did that, because I'm going to chew my words back like Miss Pac-Man. He took that.
I agree.
He took that
Now
debate.
you see why I said he won the debate.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And it used to bother him, like, why is Warnock so low in the poll? Why is Herschel has such a big advantage of him?
There was I can tell you why. I can tell you exactly why. And we talked about this earlier. Black people are sick and tired of the Democrats promising them the world, and then when it's time to pay the check, they walk out the restaurant.
Shout out to Kamala Harris.
So
I had my little Chuck Taylors on in my purse.
She did, y'all.
My purse. This lady, now she don't even identify as black at all.
She did.
I ain't never seen her in a black suit lately. Have you?
Like, shit.
Wearing her Timberlands while she's trotting down the stairs.
That
on the
didn't
plane.
match nothing she had on. But
Wow.
anyway.
Now, that was a big letdown. I'm not gonna lie. That just.
My whole point is this. My whole point is this right here. The reason why, and Warnock is a Democrat. The reason why black people are sick of the benign neglect that the Democrats have been putting on us for the longest. That's the problem. Okay? I'm not a Democrat or Republican. I'm neither one, because I think both parties are full of shit. But that's just my personal opinion. But that's the reason why Warnock is so far behind, because black people aren't coming out to support him anymore.
Cause we done been bamboozled for 2 elections now.
Longer than that, to be honest with you.
I mean, so, we thinking we keep having these Captain Saberhoes with this saving grace, and they come to our churches, come to our schools.
And that's the only time you see them.
Promising us the world.
And the only time you see them is during election time. That's the only time you see them.
Well, I must admit, the only thing that Biden has done, he did talk about student loans, and he has taken care of that. Shout out to those who have student loans. Get your $20K, pay them loans. I'm still torn on the stimulus checks that he gave, because I still feel in the end we're gonna have to pay that money back somehow, some way. And in my mindset, I think we're doing it now. That's why gas is back up to $3.79 a gallon. I stopped and got some yesterday. I damn near cried. Bread is $5 a loaf. Eggs is almost $4.50 a carton for 12, and milk for a gallon is $4.49.
It's getting ridiculous, ain't it?
A pound, not 2, a pound of ground beef is $9. So I think they're giving back those stimulus money through that. And now on the news this morning, if y'all know I'm a big news nerd,
She is.
we're in the middle of an inflation.
A recession, you mean?
I'm sorry, yeah, if it's recession.
I agree.
So how is $7.25 supposed to help somebody in this economical time that we're in?
Well, I'm not gonna put our business out there, but between the two of us, we make decent. We have a decent income. Yeah. Between the two of us.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're struggling.
Exactly. So I was like, I ain't hopping no planes to Miami when I want to.
Exactly. That's my whole point. That's what I'm getting
praying that Lovey hold on for a couple more years. I ain't in a rush. Only thing I'm in a rush to get right now is a home.
That's it.
But I'm not really in a rush anymore, because like I was telling you and I was telling my sister, I got a little despondent, because they said if we were looking at some of the houses that we're looking at now, that was like $450, $475, even $300 some thousand, we'll be paying $1,600 to $1,700 a month. In this economical time, by them keep increasing the rate, we're gonna be paying $26, $27, $28 a month. $2,700, between $2,600 to $2,900 a month in mortgage.
In house payments.
Yeah, mortgage for the same type of house that was out there 2 to 3 years ago.
I agree.
So I mean, we're gonna be paying over $1,000 extra. I can't.
Right.
Lord knows I want a house, but I must admit, I look at houses every day.
She does.
Those prices are falling. Because ain't nobody buying them with them prices that they put on these houses. It's crazy.
Well, yeah, of course they're falling. And that's what happens when the economy's in the tank like that.
Yeah. So I'm going to keep looking. And when I see one, if I see one, we going to hop on it. We going to ride it out in the storm. But I just can't. Not right now. Not right now.
Can't do it right now. But anyway.
You're not going to get me, honey.
But anyway, back on the debate. When I saw that debate, I said, man, there's no way in hell this man lost the debate to Herschel Walker.
Oh, yeah.
I said, because I was like you, I was listening to Herschel, I'm like, this dude's been coached. He's either being coached as they're hearing those questions.
Had his little glasses on.
Thank you. He's either being coached or he's been coached.
Oh, yeah.
And he's been coached well.
Oh, yeah.
Because this man can't even form a complete sentence good.
We came down here to the docks to promote the docks for the docks. What?
What? Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? In his favor, he did say, I've been asking Warnock for a debate several times now.
Yeah, he did say that.
Yeah.
He did say that.
He was prepared, honey.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, somebody been working with him. He's been coached.
He was prepared, locked, set, and loaded to go.
He has been coached.
So shout out to the Georgians. It look like y'all going to have Herschel Walker as your senator.
I feel sorry for y'all, man. Y'all, man.
Maybe he'll take their whole team with him when he get in the Senate.
Who knows?
Ooh, child. I don't know.
I
don't know.
Is that all you got, babe?
I want to do this last one. It's a feel good story. And you sent me this one. It's about an older lady. She said, don't get mad and fall out. North Carolina woman celebrates 110th birthday with strong faith and a kind heart.
You know what? Let me tell you. Hold on. I got to give her some applause on that, man. Yeah, buddy. And the reason why I put that story out there is because my grandmother was a woman named Ella Mae Mills. She died in 1978, 79, somewhere along in there. 116 years old. 116. I thought that was an amazing feat.
Very much so.
That was our big mama in our family. That was Big Mama in our family. Big Mama is the one that she was the first one that called me the little red boy. Because she would always tell Mama, Judy, go bring that little red baby of yours. And she bring that little, and she sit me right there by Big Mama. And I remember this vividly. Sit me right by Big Mama, and I would go to sleep right there in Big Mama's arms. I would go see Big Mama when I was little. Whenever I go down home and kick it with my grandparents and whatnot, I go because Big Mama used to live down the road. I showed you where she lived at.
Right.
Big Mama lived right down the road from us. I go over there, climb up in that mulberry tree, and pick mulberries.
Excuse me.
Get in trouble for it, but still, I pick mulberries.
Oh yeah.
Now this lady, 110 years old. 110. That's an amazing feat.
And she has one of the mottos that I spoke about, one of my mottos, and I try to do it. Sometimes people push a button. Treat people like you want to be treated. That's all I know.
The golden rule.
If they don't treat you like that, respect them and keep on moving. Don't get mad and fall out. Just keep on moving and doing what you've been taught to do. Sometimes that's hard to do, but I've experienced this recently, and I was very proud of myself. Now, once I got off the phone, I
Yeah.
But during I just watched like a duck. The water just went down like a duck. So I wholeheartedly believe that as well. But kudos to her, 110, and she still look good.
Let me tell you something.
Looks good.
Let me tell you something. If you knew my great grandmother back then, I can tell you this: my great grandmother had eyes just like yours.
Oh, sweet.
She did. She had eyes just like yours.
So how many children does she have?
Let me see if I can get them all. Grandpa, Uncle Jack, Aunt Nancy, Aunt Hester, Aunt Sis. That's 5. I'm leaving one. Uncle Jack, Uncle Thomas, 7.
Wow.
She had 7 children.
Wow.
I don't
Beautiful.
I don't know how many grandchildren she had or great grandchildren. She had great grandchildren. That's how long she lived.
Well, the reason why I asked is it's just a testament of how they live their lives.
Right.
Just how they live their lives. So.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
One of her great grandchildren was my cousin Eddie Dean. That's one of her great grandchildren.
Wow. Lord, I I pray that I can make it, because that is truly a blessing. So happy birthday to.
By all means. By all means, definitely, man.
And her name is Catherine Farrell, and she was so excited that she got a birthday wishes from President Joe Biden. Excuse me, and the governor Roy Cooper.
Okay.
She's from Durham, North Carolina.
Oh my God, 110.
110.
That's a feat by itself, man.
Amen.
That's a feat by itself. You live, think about that for a second. See, that's why I love talking to old people that still got the facilities about them, because they have so much knowledge. They've been there, done that.
What they call wisdom.
Yeah, that's wisdom. They've been there, done that. So, yeah.
Well, you ready to try to hit the top? That's all the hot topics that I had. I know we had a lot, but
we had a lot of.
We had a lot to make up for it because we haven't been in a while. But like I said, keep listening to us, because I'm telling you, every week you hear some stuff, be like, "What the?"
Exactly.
Oh my! And you be like, "Ha!" Like that Dylan Roof story. Let's make it giggle. Where he think he going with that?
Really?
So
Man, yeah.
that's all the current events for this week.
All right. Well, I'm gonna put a picture up here. It's of a very, very, very happy couple. And the reason why I put that picture up is because there are some people out there that lack the skill that this couple has. And that's the skill to communicate. Because I've always said this.
Who is it?
I don't know. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is this right here. The reason why I call this Black Talk is because the biggest problem in relationships, in my personal opinion, is no communication. That's one of the biggest problems. You got people out there that are scared to talk to each other. They do this right here. And if you could see me, I got my cell phone in my face. Yeah, they do this right here. They have their cell phones in their faces. They don't want to talk to nobody.
Talk to each other.
Talk to each other. So,
Excuse me.
And my wife would tell you this, man. When I come home, I put my cell phone down. I don't even think about it. Because I'm about her. I mean, she's usually working, but when she's not working, we actually talk. So I think that black people, especially black men and black women, as a couple, need to put those cell phones down, turn off the TV, and have just talk about whatever comes to mind.
I like to use the word check in with each other.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta check in. What I always ask you when we get ready to eat dinner or when you come home.
How was your day?
How was your day?
Exactly. And
I don't know what happened to you once you leave out this door.
And I do the same thing.
Even though we text and talk throughout the day.
Right.
I can't physically see you.
Yeah, exactly. I do the same thing when I come home. Babe, how was work? Oh, and I come home. Oh, baby, you still working? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. And that's the way it should be. So we need to talk more because, again, and I got a video from Minister Farrakhan coming up too, because like brother Minister Farrakhan has said on several occasions, black men need a woman, and the black woman need a man. Plain and simple. Can you do it by yourself? Yes, you can. Not saying you can't, but you shouldn't have to, because it's a whole lot easier if you got a helpmate. You get what I'm saying? And I agree with that 100%. So, what say you, babe?
Excuse me, I'm sorry. Good question. I'm gonna say some men, to me, this is my personal opinion.
Right.
Some men do prefer face-to-face communications, but they like to, they have like a lot of personal space that they don't want invaded.
Oh, that's people in general, not just
Right.
men.
But once they get like us in a relationship, they become not comfortable, but a little bit more relaxed where they can open up and communicate and share past histories and events and joys and woes and future plans, endeavors, and lifelong goals together. Which is what everyone wants, because there's a lot of men and women who don't know how to express that.
And I can honestly tell you, and my mother can tell you this too, I have never been more open with anybody other than with you, because I'm a very, very, very private person. I don't like telling people my business for no reason. I don't care who it is.
And I'm just going to say that because I am a woman.
Yeah.
There is a difference between the way women and men communicate, of course.
I agree.
But I think women do it better.
No, you're right. I agree with you. You're absolutely right. I mean, there's no shame on men. Women are better communicators than men. Always have been.
Because I think our brains just work differently, which is given. That's how they make that book, Men Are for Venus, Women Are for Mars, however that book go.
Yeah.
But like I said, to me, communication in any relationship, friendship, love relationship, mother-daughter relationship, sister-brother relationship is key. I know everybody is big on texting now.
Yeah.
Or messaging each other on these platforms.
Right.
That can be misconstrued.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
But if you come to me face to face, or even on a conversation on the phone, I can still hear it in your voice.
Yeah.
If you're sincere,
right.
If you're genuine,
right.
Or you just shooting the shit.
Right.
So that's why I have a big component toward communication.
Right.
And I have a big component for empathy.
Right.
I don't like to be lied to.
No.
I don't like to be just taken advantage of. No. I don't want nobody to take a assumption toward me. Don't assume nothing.
Yeah.
Because everybody can play party in front of you, but could be, like I was talking to my sister earlier, I could be, okay. But my heart can be shattering into pieces.
Right.
And if you knew me, if you knew my characteristics, you'll be able to pick up on that. And you won't be able to pick up on that unless you communicate and talk to me.
Right.
But as far as relationships, yeah, I used to be really shy. I know it's hard to believe. I used to be really, really shy. And I just took it upon myself that I wasn't going to let anyone shame me for how I look, who I am, where I came from, or shatter my self-esteem.
Right.
And I just decided to be, this is what I used to say too, what you see is what you get from me.
Right.
I do a lot of things to enhance my beauty, but my personality, my characteristics, everything, this is me. And I'm a diehard friend. I'm a diehard lover. I'm a diehard family member. But there's just so much a person can take.
Right.
You have to talk to me.
Right.
I cannot read your mind.
I agree.
And I think that's some of the parts I experienced with talking to friends and family with just any kind, like I said, any kind of relationship, friendship relationship, sister and brother relationship, love relationship. A lot of people don't talk.
I agree.
They just assume. And your assumption will lead you down the road wrong all the time.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with everything you said. I agree with everything you said.
So that's just how I feel. I just feel like I want everyone to be happy. I think God put us on this earth to be happy.
Right.
I don't think God, I mean, I know some people thinking she just lonely, she just bitter. I don't think that's true. Some people have genuinely been hurt.
Yeah.
But I have had several friends to tell me that I'm closer to them than their own blood sister or brother, you know. And I appreciate that.
How many times have I told you to your face that you know more about me than some of my family members?
A lot. Yeah.
And that's a very true statement.
And I'm not finna call the Inquirer and give your secrets out or anything. You came to me and hold faith and express those memories of your life to me.
Right.
And I would treasure them in my heart forever.
Right.
Because that's not my story to tell, that's your story to tell.
Exactly. I mean, again, like I said, that's what I'm talking about right there. I've been more open with you than I ever have been with anybody else I've ever been with.
And you said that, like you said that. So expound on that. What was it, or what is it that you felt, for lack of better words, comfortable to open up and express yourself?
Well, you were genuine. That's the main thing. You were
Mm-hmm.
genuine. I mean, because it's like I told you in our wedding vows. After that first date, I knew I was going to marry you. I said, yeah, I'm gonna marry her. Yeah, but after that, when I went home and sit down and chill for a minute and called you to make sure you made it home okay,
Mm-hmm.
I said, yeah, I'm gonna marry her. Yeah, buddy, that's the one
Is
right
that
there.
right?
I sure did. I'm sitting up here watching TV. I was watching TV. I could tell you exactly what I was watching too. I was watching King of the Hill.
I often say Bob's Burgers.
Close. Close.
Oh God.
I was
Mm-hmm.
watching King of the Hill.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just sitting up here thinking about the date that we had. Shell Shack. But anyway.
Right. Shout out.
That's the joint right there. We need to go back. But anyway, I got home and said, man, yeah. She's the one. I'm going to marry her because she's real. You know, she's a little quirky, but that's okay. I like that.
I love my cricket. Like I
Exactly.
said, I'm not your average. I'm not your average BBW, baby.
She sure ain't.
Don't let the way. I used to tell people, don't let the way fool you.
Hey man, we had a good time. We really had a good time. And again, but like I said, before we even actually physically dated, we talked on the phone for hours on end.
From sunset to
Oh
sun up.
man, phone going dead. Oh,
Right.
phone going dead. Hold on,
Right.
plug it up. Shit, keep it talking.
Yeah.
And I mean, just like now, I mean, we still have those conversations. We have never stopped doing that, and I'm glad that we haven't, because that just goes to show that A, we are madly in love with each other, and two, we don't mind communicating.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
it gotta start there. How do you know someone if you don't communicate?
exactly.
You can, like I said, I know we first meet someone, it's your representative.
Yeah,
But after a while, like I said earlier about the couple that was in the premarital class we went
Right.
to, he was still finding out things about his wife 46 years later.
that happens.
You know what I'm saying?
That happens.
So it's like you have to communicate. You got to be on the same page first of all.
I agree with you on that.
And like I said, men think different, women think different.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
But somewhere along the line, y'all gonna have to get on the same page somewhere.
Yeah, yeah.
And then from there, it can't be nothing but glorious, you know? Like I said, don't get us wrong. Like he said earlier, we do have our spats,
Oh yeah, we do. We do.
especially me. but what he do, he just let me get it out. Sometimes he rumble on his voice. I'll be like, what? Say it louder, you know? But nothing is physical.
Oh no,
Never
I
that.
refuse to get that. I refuse to get that word.
And it's just I pride myself. You will never walk away from me not knowing how I feel.
Exactly, and that's the way it
about a
should
situation.
be. And that's the way it should be. I mean, you know, I don't care how mad I get at this woman. I don't care how mad I am at this woman. I'm still gonna grab her booty.
Oh God.
I am.
But yeah, it should be like that.
Yeah.
It should be, cause like I said, everything will be pictures and cream every day.
Oh no, no,
It's
no,
not, but
no,
you have to
no.
be able to communicate it and get right back on that love train.
Exactly, exactly. And I remember, I used to have. I think I have this whole interview somewhere. I have to look at it and see. Brother Minister Louis Farrakhan, the Nation of Islam, said something really profound when it came to men and women. You remember that? Because you sent it to me.
I did. Oh, I forgot what.
Oh, I got it right here.
You
Get
do?
ready to put it
Okay.
up here. Get ready to put it
Yeah,
up
I
here.
thought it was so like, it was like a aha moment for me.
Right.
You know.
I'm gonna go ahead and play it.
Okay.
Hold on. You already know what it says. We probably won't hear it, but I'm gonna go ahead and play it anyway.
Okay.
Turn on the music, so it won't overshadow it. And I'm gonna go ahead and play Brother.
No man is a man without a woman. It's a woman that helps the man to be a man. A man that don't have a woman don't know if he's one. What do I mean by that? A woman will test you to see if you are what you say you are. Any woman that you fall in love with, she love you too, but she gonna try you. That's her nature. She gotta know that she can depend on you. She gotta know that you'll stand up for her. She got to know that you'll back up the children that she brings in the world for us.
All right. That was a minister.
I think he was on the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, it was a Breakfast Club interview. Yeah. When I saw the interview, I had seen the whole interview in its entirety, and I love, and you know, I'm a big follower of Louis Farrakhan. I love Minister Louis Farrakhan. I mean, that brother, he has done, you know, just because it's not all over the news, he's done quite a bit for black people, and he does it without even a thank you.
Fanfare.
He does it because he loves black people. And basically, to unpack what he what he was saying that a woman will test that man to see if he really is a man. Now, I can honestly tell you, I love this woman to death that's sitting across me, but she does test me on a daily basis. That's what she's supposed to do.
I just say, if I didn't, what would you think of me?
Exactly my point. That's what I was getting at. See, that's what she's supposed to do. She's supposed to test me to make sure that she's going to feel safe if somebody come busting through their door.
Amen.
You know.
He still come in and leave the door unlocked though, you know. But he getting better.
Yeah, I did every so often.
Like, you know how this world we live in. You can't walk in. As soon as you walk in, click, 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 turn the alarm. But I'm like, but that's just me and my scariness. But, you know, he's a protector.
But exactly, and I'm very protective of this woman. I'll be the first to tell anybody that. I will literally take a bullet for her. I'm not just saying that either. I would take a bullet for her. But anyway, Brother Minister was saying that woman who is going to be your helpmate, but she's going to make sure that you're on the up and up as well. You know, I mean, that's just the way it is, and that's the way it should be. That woman's going to test you. If your woman ain't testing you, then you need to put her back. I mean, you know, so a woman has to challenge you in some form or fashion, either intellectually or physically. Well, not physically. I'm going to take that back. A woman should never test a man physically, because that's something.
You're right. I don't agree with that. Emotionally, rationally.
Yes, I agree with you on that.
Spiritually.
Yes, definitely. Intellectually.
Oh, yeah.
So
all them leads.
Yeah, all those, you know.
But physically, it depends on what you mean physically.
Well, I mean,
because I am a physical person.
Yes.
Physical touch. Let me put it that way. Physical touch person.
Yeah.
But not with the fisticuffs.
Oh no, I didn't mean by the fisticuffs. That's not what I meant.
Yeah.
See,
when some people might think that you like, no, not physical. I did not mean physical is a good trait to have.
Oh no. Being physical with your mate is definitely a good thing to do.
Yeah, you know, you like touching his booty, so you know.
Sure do.
That's a physical touch.
Exactly. I sure do. But anyway.
So, yeah.
But that's what I mean by physical. You know, she has to test you in that way, not necessarily, you know, if she can beat you boxing and stuff like that. No. I'm not about.
I used to tell my friends growing up, you would never, ever find me trying to fight a man.
Exactly.
I don't care if this man was the size of this pencil. He had more strength than you had. I don't care if you were built like Ronda Rousey or Muhammad Ali daughter. What's her name?
Layla.
She's a professional boxer. That man could be built like a piece of stick gum. He can still lay you out one punch.
Yeah.
So you will never ever see me try to physically fight no type of male figure.
Now to piggyback off of what you just said, that's the way you should think. But then you got some women out there that think they can take a man.
Oh yeah, I've seen women just go up on a man, boom, and get beat down, eye black, hair pulled. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
Oh yeah.
And then start crying. He hit me. Well,
you bucked up against it.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I look at it like this. I don't condone no man hitting a woman. I do not condone that at all.
Absolutely.
But I will say this to these ladies out here, and I hope y'all are listening. If you put yourself in a man's place and you get up in a man's face and you hit that man trying to be like a man, and that man lays your ass out, don't get mad. You put yourself in that position.
Well, you will hope that a man can have some type of restraint as well.
Yeah, but most men don't.
If you keep pushing that button like like you playing on a video game, how you push the buttons real fast. You keep pushing that man button like that, you're going to have to be aware of the consequence.
Yeah, it's going to be consequences.
There's
I'm
gonna
going to
be
say
some
that. I'm not
consequences.
condoning that by any stretch of the imagination. I would never say that.
Absolutely.
Now, me personally, I just walk off. But that's me. I would walk off.
Yeah.
Because I know, look, man, I'm a martial artist. If I really want to do something bad to you, I could. I'm just going to walk off.
Right.
You know, so that's the
And
main
that's not
reason
being
why.
a weak man. That's being the bigger man.
That's being the bigger man. That's
Yeah.
not being a weak man by any stretch of the imagination.
Right.
But then again, you just got some women out there that will bring that out of you, and
yeah.
you have to,
Know how to
show
push
them.
what they say. Know how to push. That's
Exactly.
another way of saying know how to push them.
Yeah,
buttons.
you got to show them. Hey, let me show you what I'm talking about real quick. Now, see, there you go. Now you're on your ass.
Yeah.
Let's not do this again, please. But that's just the way it is, and that's unfortunate. But I agree with you. If you got to get to the point, and I've always, and I tell, as a matter of fact, I told you this. If we got to fight, I don't need to be with you.
Amen. We can fight verbally.
I mean, we got to physically fight. Nah, man.
I've been told that I can come with some words. I don't think I can. I think I'm real polite.
But yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, and I told you this, like I said, if we gotta physically fight, I don't need to be with you.
Nope.
I ain't got time for that.
Not at all.
I ain't got time for that at all. So I got better things to do with my time besides trying to whoop up on a woman or defend myself from getting beat up from a woman. I'm sorry, that's not how I roll.
And women, let me say this: as a black woman who for 50 years was single. I've been engaged before. I've been in relationships before. Don't settle. Don't settle. Don't think that this is... I prayed about it. Because I was in a situation which I thought was going to turn to something. I just prayed to God. And all of a sudden, them signs. But when I tell you they start popping up all kind of red flags, I be like, ooh, wait a minute. I can't take it all. So I chose upon myself to take myself out of that situation.
Yeah.
And I just prayed to God. I said, God, if it's your will, you're going to send me my Boaz. And he has.
Yeah.
I won't question. Like I think I've said on this show before, you are totally different from what I used to date. But I won't question why God sent you to me either. All I say is, thank you, Lord, every day.
Yeah.
And I pray for our marriage every day.
I do too.
But really women, we're going to have to, for lack of better words, we're going to have to start investing in our black men. Yeah. Period. Point blank, period.
Yeah.
Nah. If he trying to lead you under the bridge, I wouldn't say that. Or if he trying to say, come on, baby, take a quick hit of this crack pipe, I won't say that.
Right.
But as far as if he has some dreams, start out slow. Don't go full throttle into it. But if he has some dreams that he would like to fulfill, be his number one cheerleader. That's why it makes me feel so good when you say I'm your number one cheerleader. Even though you was doing shirts before you met me,
right.
I guess a couple of my ideas inspired you to keep going.
Oh, yeah.
I love that.
Right.
And I love that we formed a company together. We gotta get that off the ground and up and running. But I can see big things down the line for both of us.
No doubt.
And so I feel like if I want to do anything, and you always encourage me, I'm sure you're gonna be my number one cheerleader.
No doubt about it.
And like I was telling my cousin not too long ago, I would never be behind you. I'll always be beside
right
you.
By my side. Right. That's where I want you.
By your side.
And that's where I want you.
And so it's just sometimes, like I think you've mentioned on the show before too, like I make a little bit more money than you do.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to emasculate you because of that? I will never do that.
Exactly.
Ever.
You'd be surprised.
Ever.
And to just to piggyback off what you just said, there are a lot of women out there that would say, shit, what the hell I need you for? I make all the money.
No.
It's a lot of women out there that would do that. But
what I act like? Don't I act like I'm just like this? Whoa, it's me person.
No doubt about it.
I need you to come here and help me. I just know. Cause like I said, God made you the stronger sex.
For a reason. Did it for a reason.
And I'm gonna let you be that stronger sex.
And she does. She does, y'all. That's the main reason why I love this woman so much. But
like
anyway,
we was on the phone with that new realtor. Like I told her, I probably could do this by myself.
You probably could.
I know I could do this by myself.
You could, no doubt.
But when I go to my husband and he suggests that we do something or wait on something, I'm not gonna go beyond him, step around him, or overstep my bounds with him. I'm a prayer, like we've been praying about it, and we gonna let God gonna lead us together.
Right.
So I'm not gonna sometimes I do get frustrated. I'm ready to take that plunge, but I don't want to take that plunge and regret it.
Well, it's like I said, I'll go ahead and put this out there. People don't know all our business, but I'll go ahead and put this out there. We're going to really start talking to a realtor in December, and we're going to get that crack-a-lacking. And
we've been talking to her for a little bit, like
get the ball rolling.
Yeah.
Definitely in December.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because every time we find something, either we get bought out or sold out, or
it's always something happening.
They move quicker,
but we're going to get that taken care of, y'all. Hopefully, we'll have our house, and we'll be able to invite some people over, so we can have a little housewarming party and all that good stuff. And
you should never like. I will never emasculate you. You should never look down on me like I'm less than,
ever that.
Or like I'm not up to your level.
Ever that.
Or even if I didn't work, or even if I didn't go to school, or even if I was raised a type of way, you still got to realize I'm carrying your last name.
Yep.
So the way you treat me, talk to me, is a result of you as well.
Let me give some women some advice real quick. Some really good advice, and this is some advice that most older women give younger women. Look at the way that man treats his mother. If he treats his mother really, really well and loves his mother, that's how he's going to treat you. Because people have to understand, I've said this on this show on several occasions, a boy's first love is usually who?
Amen. Just like a mother, and just like for me, it was my father.
Yeah, and it's the same thing with women. A girl's first love, if he's around, is who? Her father. So that boy's going to treat his mom like she's the queen of the world if he loves his mother.
Yep.
Now, if he has resentment against his mother, then guess what? He's going to have resentment against you because you're a female.
Right.
And let me just say this real quick. Another thing, ladies, a little bit of advice from a man. When a man is choosing a mate, his standard is his mama.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't live up to that damn standard, guess what?
Oh, yeah.
One or two things are going to happen. He's either going to leave your ass alone, or he's going to go cheat on you with somebody that's closer to what he's looking for. One of the two.
That's why I don't understand people. We see people be like, why he with her?
Exactly.
Think about it.
Exactly.
He ain't crazy.
Exactly. There's always a reason why. There's always a reason why. Because that's what men look for in a woman. It's not about the titties and the ass and all this stuff. It's
now, they'll be with the titties and the ass.
Now, they'll be with the titties and the ass because men are visual creatures.
But eventually,
it's going to be, she ain't nothing like my mama. I'm going away. She don't cook like my mama. She don't act like my mama. She don't make the bed like my mama. She don't do nothing like my mother. Because they have to understand something. That man is looking for a woman that's like his mom. He's not looking for a mother. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
He's looking for a woman like his mother.
Characteristics of his mother.
The mother characteristics. And I can tell you right now, this one right here got a shitload of my mom's characteristics.
What?
She does.
Yikes.
But anyway. But at any rate, that's one of the things that men are looking for, ladies. In case you are wondering, that's what men are looking for. I keep on hearing women say stuff like, "What a man looking for?" Well, that's what he's looking for. He's looking for a woman like his mother, not a woman that's his mother. No, he don't want that. He's looking for a woman that's like his mother. Once he finds that woman that's a lot like his mom, number one, he'll stop cheating, and number two, he'll stay home at night.
Well, I know the thing now, everybody keeps saying, I'm looking for a soulmate. I'm looking for a soulmate. He my soulmate. That goes back to community. How you going to know if he's your soulmate if you don't communicate?
If you don't talk to him, yeah. If the only thing you're doing is going to the bedroom, that's not your soulmate.
That's why I just been saying, if y'all just hooking up and this friends with benefits, and I guess that's what people, I'm not going to knock whatever you do, that's what you do.
That's your
if
business.
y'all have understanding, y'all have understanding.
Right.
But I don't think that's how you're going to find a soulmate.
That's not.
And let me say this. Let me get off my soapbox for just a minute and say this. Yeah, I took a deep breath through my nose. Yes. Kanye, leave Lizzo alone.
Oh, my God.
Baby, it's some beautiful BBW. Look at that picture on that camera.
Come on now.
And Lizzo is one. She's a little quirky. She done some things that's questionable. Sitting at the lake and see with her ass out. Stuff like that.
Let me say this.
Wait a minute, let me say this. But he talking about this woman is not healthy. She's going to get, and it's another fitness lady who said this too, Jillian something. She said that she's not healthy. She's promoting diabetes and she'll never get married. Kanye, suck a dick and get some help. Thank you. Y'all have a good night.
Well, I guess that's that. But anyway, let me just say it's
such
about
a jerk.
Let me say it's about Lizzo. Now, Lizzo, hella talented. I'm not really too much of a fan of her music, but she's definitely. I give credit where credit's due. I respect her talent. The only thing I don't like about Lizzo is that every time you turn around, she's showing her ass.
Right. For a while, I had a problem with her too. 'Cause 1 minute I am woman, hear me roar. Yes, I am a plus size woman,
Right.
hear me roar. And then you sit down crying. Talking about don't nobody love me. I feel like just leaving this earth. It's like, choose a side, sweetie. I love you to death, but choose a side. But then again, it's like I said, that's what kind of, I don't know if that's what, like also Aries Spears. Aries Spears said something about her.
I heard about that.
And I can kind of relate to what they're saying, but then you keep saying she's promoting diabetes, she won't never fall in love. Don't say that. You don't know that.
Let me tell you something. And I've always said this. I used to get made fun of because I have a thing for the larger ladies.
I mean, you was raised right. You were raised right.
My mom was a large lady.
Mm-hmm.
My aunts were large ladies. Mm-hmm. So that's all I've been around. So that's what I like. That's all there is to it. But as far as men as far as these guys talking shit about Lizzo because of her size, I can pretty much guarantee you that if there was a big girl that was trying to holler at them, they would not pass it up. I promise you they won't.
That's what most people say. He'll probably sleep with her, but he won't be with her. Well, whatever.
It don't matter. If you are that adamant about big women, you ain't gonna sleep with them either. That's all I got to say about that.
Absolutely. Say it again.
I'll say it again for the people in the cheap seats. If you are that adamant against big women, then you ain't gonna sleep with them either. Plain and simple.
Right. But they know what it is.
But again, like I said, man, I don't have anything against Lizzo. Lizzo is beautiful. She's very, very pretty. She's very pretty.
She's just quirky.
I mean, she's quirky in her own little way, but again, she's hella talented.
Exactly.
She's hella talented. Now, like I said, the only thing I don't like about her is that she's always showing her ass. I don't like that. I mean, come on, Lizzo. You have talent. You don't have to show your ass. Mm-hmm. I mean, is she promoting
body consciousness?
She's promoting body consciousness, and that's another thing I like about her. Because a lot of women out there, even though they're big, they're healthy.
But it's like I said too, and me and my sister had this conversation all the time. Even if I was smaller, I don't think I dress like some of these small chicks.
Of course not.
Because I want to leave something to your imagination.
Exactly.
And so, I mean, if you feel comfortable walking around like that at home, I know I do.
That's your business.
That's me. But in the streets, if you find me walking like that in the streets, something that came and took over my brain.
I agree.
And I'm not who I say I am. Because
right.
I can't. I don't even see how they feel comfortable in it, but hey, to each his own.
Hey, I agree with you on that one. I mean, because like I said, I'm more attracted to a woman that leaves something to the imagination. Because if you show your ass, and guess what? I'm automatically think one thing and one thing only. Right. That's just any man.
What are you gonna think? Easy. You can sleep with her easy.
Exactly.
And see, she could be a hard worker, go getter.
You never know.
Probably never been with a man. Just different stuff. But the way you dress, because they said when you first meet somebody, what do? You see them.
Yeah. That's your first impression.
Probably never heard a word out of her mouth.
First impressions.
You see her.
Like I said, men are visual. Men.
And like I said, if you want the big booty and the big tatas, go right ahead.
Hey, knock yourself out, bro. There's plenty of women out there.
But there are some beautiful women with that take that Amish too.
Yeah.
That has that. Some of them give it God given, and some of them went to Mexico and got it.
Yeah, exactly.
But if that's what you're attracted to, that's what you're attracted to.
And I ain't mad at
but
that.
But don't talk about big women like we just like less than or beneath, because we're not.
No, you're not. Big women are not beneath any woman, in my personal opinion.
And there's a lot of people who's trying to persuade that narrative that we are.
Well, you're not.
Or that we're desperate, or that
that's the one
like
thing.
You're desperate, and that's using us and stuff like that.
And that's another thing that I love about this woman right here, because she didn't tell me that directly, but I had this sense about her. She was not desperate. Just because she's alone doesn't mean she's lonely. See, that's what people have to understand, man. See, these big girls out here, trust me, some of them got men just waiting to holler at them. Just waiting. So don't get it confused, fellas. Trust me.
Yeah.
Don't get it confused.
But that was my choice. I had a choice. So
exactly. So don't get it twisted, y'all.
Don't screw the narrative, honey.
Don't get it twisted, y'all.
And that's why I've kind of like when I see a plus size woman with questionable self-esteem, it hurts it hurts my feelings, because it's like, you don't have to be. You can, and then they try to compare themselves to
Don't ever do that.
other sizes, or
Don't
they
ever
try
do
to
that.
dress a certain
No,
way.
no.
You would never see me.
No.
I beat to my own drum. I've always had my own style. Until God take me off this earth, not too soon, Lord, please, I will continue to do that. I simply, not to toot my own horn, I simply had on a t-shirt dress today at church. But I put on some big bold jewelry and some heels today. First time wearing some heels in a while. And when I tell you I got so many comments, I felt like, well, do I really look that nice today?
Yeah, you do.
What did I look on the other days? You know, I'm starting questioning. But it just felt good. You know, I'm like, wow, thank you.
And I can
So
tell
don't never lower your standards, or
let me tell you something.
you ain't gotta be naked. I'm just
Let me just say this real quick.
feel.
Let me say this real quick. I can honestly say this. I've been with smaller women. I really have. I've been with small women. I've been with so-called curvy women. I've been with thick women. And I can honestly tell you, my wife gets more comments than any woman I've ever been with. I mean, because everybody is we can't go nowhere. You are so pretty, you know, and they tell her that all the time. And she just says thank you and keeps it moving. So,
And I think it's also, some people can pick up on your aura,
yeah, that's exactly it.
you know, and your perspective, and it's also how you reply too.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be like, thank you. I'll be like, thank you. I'm very humble.
Right. And
I'm
as
very
you should
humble.
be. And as you should be. That's the way it should be.
Exactly.
That's the way it should be.
But yeah, like when it comes to men too, don't be intimidated.
Yeah,
it's a
I
lot of
agree.
men that are intimidated by women, which I think is a big part of non-communication.
There you go. That's
because
exactly
you
it.
assuming, because what she have, what she drive, what she live, what she look like, that she this type of person. You don't know that. You do not know that. You got to get to know her.
I mean, and I'll be the first to admit it. You know, when me and you first met, I was kind of intimidated. I said, "Ooh, she's driving the BMW."
Really?
I was.
Oh my God.
I was. I mean, just me talking to you on the phone, I'm like, well, you know. But when I first met you, I said, "Oh shit, she's driving the BMW. I ain't got a chance."
You heard
in
that
hell."
old country twang, you be like, this old hook, what you call this little hillbilly here?
Nah, see, because like when you start talking to me the way we talked on the phone, that's when I said, "Oh man, I'm in there." So you know, I kind of like set me at ease a little bit. So, oh, she cool, she all
You know what I
right.
say? Don't judge a person by what they
You
have.
should never judge anybody by what they have or what they're driving or whatever, because I've seen people drive some of the nicest cars and be complete assholes.
Oh yeah.
So
But intimidation is a big word. I be hearing
yeah,
a
that's exactly
lot
the
of
reason
people
why.
say.
That's exactly the reason why.
I don't know.
You know,
I used to pride myself. I forgot who I heard say this, but I always pride myself that I feel like I can hold a conversation with the president of the United States
Or a
or
bum on the
on the
street. There you
street.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really do. And I think they'll walk away feeling inspired or maybe good about something I said, because I, like everybody said, I got a quirky personality.
Yeah.
And I think I'm a very excellent joke teller. Don't you say nothing. And so I might say something or buck my eyes or something and make feel good about yourself, because I want somebody, because you never know what that person is going through that day.
Yeah, I agree with
I
that.
probably been the first person they spoke to that day,
I agree.
and I just said something or did something that make them feel good about themselves. In actuality, I'm glad that I was able to do that.
Right.
So I feel like that's the same way it should be in relationships too. I'm not talking about just romantic relationships. I'm talking about relationships between men and women. And I know a big conversation too that a lot of people have problems with: can men and women be friends?
Yeah.
I say that too.
I agree. I think they can be, because I have female friends, man, that I've been friends with since grade school. Never once went there with them.
But you'll be surprised how many men just feel, for lack of better words, intimidated, or feel like, nah, that's okay. I don't know what that is that they feel that they don't want to still have. You could be friends for years before this woman found someone, and it's been understood between you two that y'all just friends. But then when she finds someone and trying to, cause like my sister always tell me too, every woman need a man in her life that she can go to and talk to and express her feelings and get quote unquote information or suggestions from when it comes to a male relationship, because I don't think like you.
Right.
I don't know how I feel to be a black man. I don't know what you go through. I can sympathize with you from other stories that I've heard, and some of the stories you probably have shared with me. But I don't know when you say something, I'll be like, what do you mean? What do you mean by that?
Right.
And I think every woman should have that man in their life. And some men can't handle it and just be friends. But I remember I had this one friend who told me all the time. He said, "Yeah, y'all might could be friends, but if you call him, he come in your house to fuck you." I was like, "What?"
Well,
He
depends
said,
on the
"If
man.
he get that opportunity, he gonna come over. I'd be like, well,
It depends on the man.
Yeah.
It depends on the man.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna say that every man would, but it depends on the man.
mm-hmm.
But yes, to answer your question, that's a big resounding yes. Men and women can be friends. Because like I
Yeah.
said, I have friends that I've been with. I've been friends with for decades. Never once went there with them.
Mm-hmm.
Their husbands know about me. Their boyfriends know about me. I'm just a friend to them. That's all I am. Oh, that's just Reggie. He's a friend of mine from school. Blah 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 blah. And I can honestly tell you this. I've had this happen to a couple of people. The second that whoever they're with gets intimidated by me, they drop them like a bad habit. Because
Wow.
they'll tell them flat out, look, that's Reggie. Reggie ain't never tried that with me. Hell, Reggie, knowing Reggie, he probably either got a wife or a girlfriend, one of the two. So, if you're intimidated by Reg, that's on you. I can find somebody else.
Is that a red flag? If she meets someone and she thinking it's someone that she want to spend her life with, then all of a sudden she start talking about you and they meet you, and all of a sudden be like, I don't like that mother. Is that a red flag for her?
I don't know. I can't. You have to get somebody on the phone and ask them that, because I really don't know. I mean, it depends. It depends.
But for her to walk away from a relationship,
I mean, yeah.
So
I mean, because like us, it's like it'll be the same thing. It'll be the same thing if. Well, no. It wouldn't be a red flag for me, because I'm just gonna be honest with you. Shit, hell, that's my wife. I ain't gonna dump my wife just because you don't like her. Fuck you. That's just me. But I wouldn't go to that extreme. But I'm just saying that has happened. So I mean, and I would.
it's questionable.
Yeah, it's questionable. I mean, there's some guys, I'm not gonna put their names out there. I'm gonna call this dude Bob. This one is some dude. It's some chick, I could call up and hug, and Bob answer the phone. Hey, Ray, what's going on, man? You see that Dallas game? Whatever.
Oh yeah, the game on.
Oh,
I'm
man,
sorry.
Dallas right now, I'm looking at it right now. Dallas getting beat
What's the score?
20-3, halftime.
Wow.
It's halftime, so they have a chance to get
Well,
back.
them Philly boys ain't messing around.
They sure ain't. They kicking ass. I'm looking at the game right now. But anyway, but yeah.
Oh, you're supposed to be hosting this show?
I am hosting.
See,
the show.
I'm always carrying a load. See, ladies, that's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I'm talking about right there.
Whatever.
We always gotta carry the load.
Whatever.
But yeah, this conversation, I wish we can get like a forum together and have other people to call in and give their opinions or experiences that they had with women and men, and as far as what they think is the big hindrance between women and men.
You mean why they don't communicate? That I think we kind of hit on that. I think that the main reason why a lot of people don't communicate is because of the intimidation.
Intimidated about what?
I don't know, because
Okay, let me say this. We on the same playing field.
Right.
You grew up in the country, I grew up in the country.
Right.
You went to college, I went to college. You a professional, I'm a professional.
Right.
Where's the intimidation? Stop me when the intimidation come in. I don't understand intimidation. I don't.
Well, I'm just speaking for myself. I'm just speaking for myself. That's what I see.
And that's what I'm
that a
saying
lot of
about
people
when
do.
people say jealous. I don't understand jealousy. I understand envy.
Yeah.
But with envy, you can strive hard to get right over that person or either go further than that person.
Exactly.
So envy is kind of like a stepping stone to make you work harder.
Right.
Jealousy, you will never hear me say I'm jealous of anybody.
Me either.
And when I say anybody, nobody.
I'm the same way. I'm not jealous of no damn body. Because am I envious of some people? Yes. I'll be the first to tell anybody that. But I know that what I have going for myself, that I can either get what they have or go further than what they have.
Amen.
And that's the way it should be.
And
I've used that as a motivation.
Motivate, good word. Very good word.
That's exactly what
And
I do.
I've used this on this podcast before. Meg Thee Stallion's body is off the chain. I don't think I gotta do is get motivated. I probably could be with her. Probably be better than her. But I'm not jealous of her.
Of course not.
I'm gonna give her props. She done put in the work. I don't know if she did it physically, but I think she has did it physically. Cause I think she's cornbread fed. Her body is nice. So why would I be jealous of her body?
Right.
I envy. Kind of like, wow, she is for the rest. She looks good.
Right.
And all I think I got to do is get up off my face and get, and get it done. But you'll never say, just mix that up. No.
Well, see, a jealous person would be like, I bet her ass ain't even real.
Exactly.
They start saying shit like that.
Exactly.
Case in point, during the Olympics, there was a gymnast. What's her sister's name?
Simone Biles.
No, not her. The other one. It was another one.
The one they said shaped like Beyonce.
No, the one that they kept talking about Sister Girl's hair.
Oh yeah. I forgot her name. God.
Now
she had a funny name.
I forgot her name, but anyway, people was just running this woman in the dirt, and she's doing things that you couldn't even dream about doing on the gym floor.
Right.
Winning gold medals at that.
Right.
And the only thing you could do is talk about her hair.
Right.
That's jealousy right there.
Yeah. I mean, it what made it so. Gabby Douglas.
Yeah, that's her. That's
Gabby
her, Gabby Douglas.
And she tried to get a perm, and she started wearing these little different color ponytail. I be like, girl, don't just no. And that's what I'm saying about self-esteem. And she was worried about what people was talking about in the streets. But they never fought to her for winning them gold medals. I bet you that.
Thank you. And that's the way it should be.
Mm-hmm.
So, again, let's talk about esteem for a minute. Let's talk about self-esteem for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I had never been one to have low self-esteem.
Mm-hmm.
I'm confident. I know what I'm capable of doing. I know what I can do. I know what my limitations are. Just because I know what my limitations are does not mean I have low self-esteem. That means I know what I can, know I can't do.
Say it again. Mm-hmm.
I can't play basketball. I'll be the first to tell anybody that. I can't play basketball for shit, but I love the sport.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? But I tell you right now, I could do a spinning heel kick with my eyes closed. Can you? No, you can't.
Right.
So,
and you probably can play basketball, Muggsy, Spud Webb, if you just
put in the work. Sure if I put the work in, I probably could.
Exactly. That's what I'm looking for, a height factor.
Right, exactly. I mean,
you probably got some moves that'll shake them.
Exactly. I mean, I'm not saying that I can't. I'm just saying I just, right now, I suck at it. Yeah, I'd be the first to tell anybody that.
Mm-hmm.
So, which is why I didn't really play high school sports.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as me having low self-esteem, that's the one thing I've never done.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one thing I've never done. I never had low self-esteem.
Yeah.
If I don't know something, I'll let you know. I don't know that, but I'll find out.
Right.
And when people tell me, hey, man, can you draw this? Yeah, I can draw anything. And I would tell anybody that. That's not me bragging. That's just me being honest. I can draw anything.
Mm-hmm.
So, but self-esteem is a big factor when it comes to people, when it comes to people in intimidation, because their self-esteem might be on edge when they come across a person. They're kind of scared to talk to them. Because a lot of people's self-esteem is so fragile that if they get rejected, it'll put them in a kind of a blue funk.
Put them back in the shell.
There you go. It put them back in the shell.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever had low self-esteem. I'm trying to think.
I can't really see you having low self-esteem. I'm just being honest with you.
I don't know. If I have, I didn't know what it was. I didn't recognize that it was low self-esteem. And I've always, for those of you who don't know, I've been a plus-size baby. I was a plus-size baby. So, like I say, what you see is what you get. But I don't know. Have I ever had low self-esteem? I might have to go ask somebody who know me way back when.
Well, I will say this. I'm going to use me as an example. I can honestly tell you this. And my mother has told you this too. When I was a child, I had a real bad stuttering problem.
I did too. Mm-hmm.
I was stuttering, man. I couldn't form a complete sentence without stuttering. That's how bad it got. And so that's part of the reason why I didn't talk very much. Because every time I would start talking, I would start stuttering. People would make fun of me. And I felt some type of way about that.
Yeah.
So that's why I didn't talk very much as a child. That was a point in time when people didn't think I could talk. And I'm like, nah, I can talk just fine. I just don't have anything to say. And I would tell people that.
That's why I said I was just quiet. I didn't even give people the chance to hear me talk. I just was quiet. People thought I was quiet.
That too. Well, I'm a quiet person now. But anyway, I've always been a quiet, introverted person. But that me having that speech impediment didn't help any. So I'm not gonna say that my self-esteem was low, but me talking in front of people, and I still kind of have an issue with that now. Me talking in front of people, kind of like gets me, kind of flustered. It always has. Not that my self-esteem is low. I guess because I'm kind of conscious about the stuttering thing.
Even now.
I mean, I do stammer when I talk. I do too. Sometimes it's not a stutter, but
it'll
it's a
never
stammer.
leave you.
Oh no, it never leaves you.
Yeah.
But it got better once I started rhyming. I started rhyming because I noticed that whenever I rhyme, I don't stutter. Right. So because you got to think about what you're saying before you say it. So, but anyway, that kind of made me feel some type of way. And so that was another reason why people think that, oh, he's intimidated by certain people because of the fact that he doesn't talk very much. No, I don't talk very much because I don't have anything to say.
No, I don't think to me, I just think you're more of an observer.
I am. I really am.
I think you are a people.
I'm a people watcher.
What you always say, you listen to what people don't say versus what they say.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You really can't do that if you got your mouth running.
Exactly.
Mimi. That's probably why you have a hard time reading people now. They end up stealing from you and taking money from you, and they know. Let me shut up.
Yeah, babe. Just save
it. But. Yeah, you sit back and you'll say hello. You're not like rude or nothing.
Oh no, I'm not rude by any stretch
you
of
can
imagination.
speak a little bit more. I always tell you, you speak, but as far as just like sitting around and blah blah blah, unless you get to know them, you have to be around them for a while before you do. But in essence, people just think you just quiet,
which I am, but
to an extent, yeah,
I am. Yeah. So I'll be the first to tell anybody that. So but. You're right. You're absolutely correct.
I don't think you're intimidating.
Nah, but people seem to look at it as it is.
Like
he's intimidating. No, I just don't know you, and I'm studying you right now.
Right.
So if I'm quiet and I'm looking at you, I'm studying you. I'm reading your body language. That's what introverts do. We look at people and we study them. And once we study him, okay, now I see what angle I can go with him at, or go at her at. So, for the longest time, when me and you first started dating, I was studying you. I said, okay, let me study this girl. Ooh, I like what I see.
Now let's A++++.
Come on now. I ain't lying. But anyway, hey, I did something right. I married her.
Right.
So,
you passed the test.
Hello. But
yeah, I guess that's why I said a lot of people just, like I said, whatever you do, whatever you like, it's your business. But jumping in feet first, let's start slow.
Yeah.
Start slow.
Hello, my name
I have
is.
heard some people who've done one night stands still together now.
I agree. I know quite a few people that are still together from one night.
You know what I said? Because sometimes it just takes, if you decide that you're going to get to know this person along the way, because you're going to do that if you know this person for 5 years, if you know this person for 30 seconds, it's still getting to know them every single day.
And for the record, y'all, she didn't give me that cookie for 2
I
years.
sure did. You better believe it. I's a good girl, honey. What have you done to get this in 24? How long we together? 3 hours, 4 hours? You ain't done nothing in 4 hours to say, I'm going to drop these drums. Now.
Exactly. So, but anyway,
but it's a good topic. Like I said, I wish we can open up the platform, or maybe do this show again, and probably have some people on that give their perspective. Like our perspectives is probably something totally different from somebody else, and they probably can say something. You'd be like, "Oh wow, okay, I didn't think about it like that."
Exactly.
But like I said, to me, men are more. They communicate, but I think women, we're better communicators.
I agree with you on that. I've never thought that was wrong. That's not a wrong statement at all. Everything you said was 100% on point.
Now, I have heard some men say some women she's hard to talk to, she's hard to get through, because some women from past experiences are guarded. Very guarded.
Right.
And some of them just can't have their heart tap dance on again. And I know there are some men the same way.
That. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I get that. I understand that 100%. But on the other side of that coin, at some point, you have to open up. because my grandmother used to always tell me, a closed heart is a lonely heart.
And I just would say, sometimes you gotta take that chance.
Exactly.
If you see something that you think that he's worth it, take that chance. Not too quick though.
If you see something
Feel
in the
him
person,
out. Feel him out.
If you see something in the person that
You like.
take that plunge. It's not gonna hurt anything. You might find your soulmate. You never know. You never know. So that's all I got to say about that.
Good show, darling.
Always, man. We'll pick this up next week. So hopefully we'll get to have another time to do this, so we can get out here and get some people on the phone to get their opinions and stuff like that. But again, ladies and gentlemen, we're on Spreaker. I love Spreaker. So we'll see how this goes, and if it goes pretty good, then we'll go ahead and stay on that platform, because the reason why I told Spreaker is because this podcast right here, I think it's going to be on Spotify.
So do they have a live chat?
Yeah, we're on live now.
Anybody made any?
No, nobody's on that right now.
Funny.
We're going to
just
let the audience build up.
Yeah. But I hope it do grow, because I like I said, I love hearing different people's thoughts.
Right.
Because everybody don't think the same, man or woman.
No, they don't. They sure don't.
Yeah.
But anyway, y'all hit the like button if you're on
And
Facebook.
we're still on. We on Facebook or YouTube?
We're still on
Okay.
Facebook. I mean, YouTube.
Like I said, on
YouTube.
YouTube, I always hit the notification button, subscribe, notification.
Do all that good stuff, man.
Tell a friend.
Hit us up on email.
Subscribe.
Hit us up on email, melanated@earthlink.net.
Absolutely.
That's about to go away, y'all. I'm telling you that right now. That email address is about to go away.
Okay.
Because, for those of you who don't know, I'm in the process of getting out of my apartment. So, that's going to go away, because I'm going to turn that the internet service off. So we're going to have to get another email address from someplace. But we'll keep everybody up to date on what's going on with that. But at any rate, again, sweet baby, that was a good show.
It was always a good show, though.
Oh yeah.
You be wondering, how long we gonna talk about? We ain't got that much talking about. But once you get into it, and then you start thinking about things, and especially what's going on in the world now, there is a lot to discuss.
Oh yeah,
there is a lot.
There's a whole lot to discuss. There's always something to talk
about different topics. So again, like he said, if you have any topics, let us know.
Oh yeah, let us know, man. I mean, this one right here was technically a relationship show. Now, I'm starting to rescind that statement saying I don't do relationship shows.
Really?
So,
Shut your mouth.
But it's a good subject to talk about.
So I reeled in from Herschel, so you reeling in about...
I'm still not going to do celebrity gossip. I refuse.
We touched on a little bit with Kanye,
but
I did with Kimberly, but
that was different because
that
was different because he was talking about black folks. Yeah. So we had to get on him about that. Yeah. But anyway, y'all.
And I do mean Kanye suck a dick.
She means that.
I don't like people who try to and talk about other people, and you have issues.
Come on now, that's a pot calling the kettle black.
Have a seat, sir.
Several.
Have a seat all the way in the back.
Oh, have several seats.
That's just dumb. For lack of a better word, that's just dumb.
I agree. But anyway, y'all, we're gonna get up out of here. Let's try to catch the rest of the game. So anyway, I'm Reggie, y'all.
And I am Mimi the Lady Parker.
And we out.
Bye.
Dismiss.